welcome back to an auspicious session number 10.
Ooh.
So tonight we're a couple of members down, so I'll just do round tables. We've been away for a few weeks and Josh will have forgotten who we are.
Damien. Winan.
You've got that etched in your brain now. So we've got Pete join us tonight, who will be taking over the role of the agent again. Josh will be playing Maylor and
Agatha.
Thank you. Sarah can't join us this evening. Lauren will be playing Noella. Dave, as ever, will be the hardy Kingsman, untold leader of the group.
Am I?
Can't believe you kept a straight face.
Jeff will be playing Lobo, and so the other person we're missing tonight is Tarif, who normally plays Swidow. So Swidow will be stepping away for a few sessions, whilst Tarif is busy at his new job. So, over to you, Dave. Got a couple of announcements to make.
We do. It's as usual. It's a quick thank you to Danny and everyone at the Initiative Order for help and advice on getting set up. And the other thing we have is some Idle Champions game codes. So this will give you access to an exclusive Golden Epic card, 5 gear-filled gold chests, and 1 million gold coins. So this is the code. I'll put it up in front of the camera. If anyone can see that, it's yours. And if you can't see it, then one of us will type it into chat. So anyone who picks it up, that's what they get. And that's Idle Champions. That's it.
Downloadable from Play Store.
From anywhere, yeah. Any format, any machine.
Okay. Right, so we'll get straight into the recap. So, when last we played, you were in the middle of reliving your first day in Sharn. So, after hooking up with Arctus in the in-between, defeating the water elemental guardian that was there, and escaping from the cavern that was ripping itself to pieces after the portal failed and the blue kyber crystal started to go nuts. You stepped into that crystal and it projected you back into your own personal past, your own personal timeline, back into the arena in the Death's Head Guild trial of combat as part of the interview during your day one session. Things were slightly different. You know, you dispatched the hobgoblins with ease, and then in a break to what happened on your first day, you had some loud crashes and bangs. The door didn't rise up so you could walk victoriously from the arena. Instead, the floor behind you collapsed and you were attacked by a hydra. Again, you dealt with the situation aggressively. You took the mighty beast down, chopping off its many heads, even though they grew back almost as quickly as you could chop them off. And you dealt with the threat. You then hooked up with the agent again, exactly the same as before, only he seemed more flustered than usual, not his cool, calm, collected self. And he decided that the stealth trials really weren't for you. There was no point in going through that part of the interview process. When you were obviously capable enough of taking down Hydra, then you're obviously capable enough of performing the task that was going to be set before you by the mysterious Benefactor. So instead of heading off to the Goblin Village, you headed off to the compound expecting to meet the Benefactor, only to find that he wasn't there. So the agent inquired with the guards at the compound and was told that the Benefactor had disappeared along with a couple of guards and headed off into a tavern, the Horse Head Tavern. You made haste and headed off to the tavern yourself to find out what was going on, and encountered a bartender, a belligerent bartender, and Lobo dealt with that situation pretty swiftly. Caused the bartender to have a small accident. How to make friends and influence people by intimidation. And you found out that the Benefactor was actually in a storeroom in the back of the tavern. So you made your way to the rear of the building, to the cellar, where you indeed did find the Benefactor partaking in Dreamly. Again, seemed completely out of character and completely strange. So you started to question, and then the Benefactor grew aggressive, at which point Arctus, through strategic use of the with friends and suggestion spells. Took control to a certain extent, the Benefactor, and then Agatha, using Zone of Truth, put the situation completely within the party's control from a non-violent method, to find out exactly what was going on. And you started to find out and build up the story behind the plot. So you found out that the whole reason for the Storms Herald being attacked and crashed is to bring economic ruin to House Loranda, to weaken that house in order to strengthen the position of House Decanith and House Orion, who are two human houses, and there seemed to be sort of a human-based motivation to increasing their standing at the expense of what was described as demi-humans, so the half-elves, the half-orcs, the dwarves, indeed most of the makeup of the party. You were ambushed out of a secret tunnel. Two marines appeared and began to attack you, and the palanquin that was carrying what you assumed was to be Merrick's, or the agent assumed to be Merrick's, was in fact carrying Merrick's sister, Tarya. So again, swiftly, you brought the situation under control by bringing her down, bringing the marines under control, and continued to question her about her motives, and it was all to do with the economic rise of House Decanith, which had fallen into not so much ruin, but certainly their favours and their ventures had failed somewhat since the end of the war and destruction of Seir, and that Merrick's had in fact been sort of not so much abducted but taken and handed over to one Damien Irwinen, who of course you encountered previously in your second day in Shan, and who you were told to impersonate in order to gain access to Storms Herald. So we sort of come complete circle. Tarya was actually involved with Damien. Damien, as you know from your previous encounter, was quite a strange and sick character. He had a room full of body parts in jars, if you remember the room above the inn. So the agent's obviously concerned over Merrick's safety and wanting to go after him immediately, but the immediate concern of course is Storms Herald, because it does launch very soon, and you found out from Tarya that the sabotage device, the cylinder full of robotic spiders, was actually being installed this evening. So you decided to head back to Arctus' family, the House Medanis complex. He was going to continue with the interrogation of Tarya and find out some more information of who else is behind the plot. You did also hear the name the Lord of Blades, something to remember, and see what else can be found out. So you headed back there. Obviously House Medanis and the family in general were pleased to see Arctus because he'd been missing for the last 5 years, and they agreed to assist you in general. So you headed off, did some shopping, bought some items, bought some potions, and then headed back to House Medanis to take a long rest, and that's where we'll pick up for tonight's session. So that was a pretty long recap, but for those of you watching the video, we have had 4 weeks off, so just bring everybody back up to speed. So you finish your long rest. It's around midnight on day 1. As you make ready to leave, Arctus approaches you as you pick up some supplies, eat some food, break your fast, take some drink. So he wanders over to the party. Before you head off, I'd just like to thank you for assisting me and obviously returning me to my family. They are very grateful. However, I do come to ask for another favour. House Medanis has been involved in studying the plague that's been rife among Shan and somewhat quashed by the nobility. So its true spread is not really widely known, and House Medanis in particular is concerned, as should all demi-human houses. It seems that most of the cases, in fact nearly all the cases that we've encountered and personally measured, are only impacting non-human races. I don't know if you have had any experience of this yourself. Have you witnessed anything to do with the plague?
Yeah, we saw 2 orcs coughing and spluttering, and they looked like they were about to drop dead. 2 half-orcs.
And were there any humans nearby?
There was one, a craggy-looking, magic-y type user.
Okay, so it does appear as if our suspicions have some merit. This seems to be a targeted disease at the demi-humans. Again, this may be linked with the plot that you've uncovered, starting with House Medanis, or at least Tarya and Swidow, if not the house that sits behind her. We would like to request Swidow, being the only warforged that we have access to, stay here and be a test subject somewhat. We haven't had any reports of warforged becoming ill or contracting the plague, so this may be linked with House Medanis. Obviously they are the creators of the warforged race, and maybe they are immune to the disease for a reason. Maybe they wish to use the warforged again in the capacity of almost slaves to the house. We would like Swidow to stay and be subject to various different tests and see if we can put some truth and definite solutions to this problem.
I think we can come to some arrangement. I think a couple of 100 gold pieces, you can have him.
I'm not sure that's the kind of look we're going for. We're trying to prevent them being used as slaves. We're proposing selling him.
Well, he might come in handy for spare parts or something, you know.
How about we say my house's compound is at your disposal. You may stay here for as long as you need. I don't think it's safe to return to House Medanis personally at this time, at least not without Merrick's and knowing where Merrick's is. I figure that you may end up taking the blame for what's happened, even if we do extract a confession from Tarya, at least in the short term. So I would suggest you do not return to House Medanis for now, but please.
We don't know how many agents have been of Tarriers are still infesting the house organisation.
Yeah.
If you've got ale here, I'll stay here as long as you like.
There is ale and wine and food and, of course, our gratitude.
Can't drink gratitude.
No. Is that a new type of ale?
It's an IPA.
So what over my new leg right here?
So, if it's acceptable to you, Swidow can stay here with us, and please feel free to return and come and go as you please.
Should we roll for it?
I think it's up to Swidow.
We should be say
This is what Merrick's was aiming to do, to free the Warforged from their designation as lesser people, subhuman.
So, Swidow stands up, puffs his chest out, says, "We help, we stay."
That's okay.
And Arctus and him withdraw from the room. So,
Just as they leave, I'll wander over to them and just whisper that they're okay. And if they want to meet up again, we'll find some kind of rendezvous point and give them a blessing as they part.
okay. I look forward to adventuring with you again, and hopefully we can identify the true culprits behind this plot, and I would love to be there when we deal the finishing blow.
Aye laddie. I'm gonna get on the t-shirt now. Aye laddie.
Okay, so it's around midnight. You're aiming to get to the docks around 1 a.m. That should give you around 6 hours of time at the docks before the day shift comes on at 7 a.m. And you figure that the most likely time for this sabotage device to be placed would be at night, although there is a night shift that works on the vessels that you've been told. It's much smaller, and obviously moving around at night is easier. So, you want to head to the docks?
Yeah.
Anybody want to do anything else before we move on?
Before we go, I want to find a quiet area in which I can talk to these guys alone.
Okay. The room you're in now is like a common room off of the sort of the bedrooms that you've been given.
Yeah.
So this is an area which is basically been handed over to you for your use.
So yeah, this the unmasking of Tarya as impersonating Merrick, so I thought was a good man. Is the feeling of being that sick feeling of having been taken for a ride has brought something to my mind that has been troubling me for a while, and I don't think I can continue on without explaining something to you. And in any event, it might prove to be difficult if I don't. And I make sure I've got your attention and
Listening ears are.
get well.
My ears are listening, my mouth's drinking.
It's more the eyes. And as you look at me, the agent, his face changes to that of Axel.
Oh.
Whoa! We know you.
Well, you think you do. So I am not actually Axel. Axel's a poor longshoreman that I replaced at short notice before you initially boarded.
Are you some sort of shapeshifter?
I am indeed. I'm a changeling.
Oh.
There you go.
So
What other tricks can you do, laddie?
Can you juggle?
yeah, it's an ability.
Can you change into
I can
anything
change
or
into
anyone?
any. Well, I can't change into a person. So basically, the thing is that if you were to meet Axel for real, you would, at first glance, mistake us. But anyone who knew him well would never have been taken in by my deception.
You don't get like memories or anything.
No.
It's just outwardly appearance.
Yeah, I can choose so I make myself look like a half-orc. And approximate logos look, but side by side, even though I've known logo really well, I can't get the features right.
Ah, right.
I can't get the gestures.
It's still useful.
So I felt like best to come out and say, particularly if we were to encounter the real Axel,
Right.
it might lead to some confusion.
What is your real name?
You can call me the agent.
Okay.
Changelings,
Asian, right.
we're a very private thing. I hope you understand this is a very difficult
Intimate
thing for me to do. Intimate.
secret.
Changelings are not
Right.
necessarily.
Don't worry,
deemed
I'll have
very
forgotten
well
after a couple more rails.
among the general populace. So for it to let you into that particular secret of mine is not something I've taken lightly, and I hope you'll allow me to continue with you. I would understand it if you felt betrayed or
I don't have a
misled.
problem with it.
No, I don't.
He's done nothing wrong to us. So if you buy the next ale ladder, you'll be fine.
I could do that.
Okay, so you make your way to the flying wagon that you still have use of, emblazoned with House Medanis still, and you head off to the terminus district of Sharn, where it's located in Tavik's Landing. So you make groundfall in the market. The journey takes around 40 to 45 minutes, so you do get there close to 1 a.m. Tavik's Landing market during the day is bustling, it's busy. You've already experienced it yourselves because it was the area of Sharn that you first entered. For those of you that were not already resident here, you're aware of Tavik's Landing anyway from the time you spent at the university. But obviously at night there are many fewer people on the street. There are revelers and vendors of food and drink and drugs still around, but in general it's much quieter. So you come to the ground with no issues, and you disembark from the coach and you head off in the direction of the docks. It's pretty hard to miss the obviously size of the vessel. You've already experienced, and it was one of the things that you first saw when you entered Sharn anyway. So you head over in that direction. The streets grow quieter and quieter the closer you get to the docks, and almost to the point where it becomes eerily quiet. You were expecting there to be at least some noise of working. The vessel is only a day and a half away from sailing. You expected there still to be some loading of the vessel going on. You expected the night shift to be working. In fact, that's what you were told. There was going to be around 30 to 40 people in this area, but it's eerily quiet. There doesn't seem to be much noise going on at all. In fact, most of the noise is coming from behind you in the market you just left. So as you're walking down the street, you alongside the docks, which is surrounded by a 20-foot high wall that's made of seamless grey stone, so it looks like it's very difficult to climb. And atop that is a brass cap that runs along the top of the wall, almost like a cornice, decorative cornice. And you can see, particularly yourself, that there are small sigils hammered into that brass, and you assume it must be some sort of arcane type effect. So if you want to make me an arcane check, you can.
14.
So you think you're positive it has some magical effect, but you're not quite sure what the sigils are. You think you may have seen it before, and they're similar to the sort of ones you saw inside the safe. If you recall, when you walked into the cage, then the golem appeared. They're similar to that, not quite the same. So you think they have some, either warning magic associated with them. So you do think climbing the wall is probably not a great idea. It's going to be difficult, and there could be some magical effect occur when you did try. Further down the street, about 100 feet away, you can see a large gate, a large black gate. You want to head in that direction?
Yep.
Okay. So you continue down, eventually you get within sight, and you can see that the gate is formed of thick iron bars about 2 inches in diameter. Again, the gate is 20 foot tall, it's capped in brass, but spiked, and you can see the same sigils across each spiked point at the top of each bar. Just within the gate there are 2 security posts, 2 sentry points. They are dark and empty and unoccupied, which is again unusual. You can't see anybody walking around inside the docks, all you can hear is silence. Within the docks themselves there are many buildings. You can see warehouses, what looks like workshops and offices. They are all completely dark and silent. There's only one building that has any light, and that light is, by stark contrast, very, very bright. It spills out of unshut windows and the open door. You still can't hear any noise, but it looks as though that is where everybody may be. Obviously there's no security there. The gate is locked, so there's a lock within the gate itself. It's not a padlock and chain. It's a lock within the gate. So you try and open it, it rattles, but the gate is locked.
Do you not have your hand thing?
Yeah, so we try that first.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll channel some divinity into the goblet of unlocking.
Okay. So you reach forwards, you call upon your divine energy delivered through you as a conduit from your god, and the gauntlet bursts into life, and you see small arms and picks appear from all over the place and insert themselves into lock, and you hear sort of almost a spidery type clicking noise as it goes to work, and after a few seconds you hear a loud click and the gate slowly swings open, so you can mark off a channel of divinity. I should have said make sure you've all pressed your long rest buttons and got all your gear back. So you've used one channel of divinity, Dave. Okay, so obviously there is this brightly lit building in front of you, and then you can see there are many boats anchored here, but they are all dwarfed by the Storms Herald, which is over in the furthest reaches of the docks. So we're going to pause for 1 second there, and I'm going to ask you now to put on a 3-hour countdown clock for me, please. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to run for 3 hours, and that 3 hours is a 2 for 1. So in game time it's going from 1 AM to 7 AM. So in real time we're going to do the next 3 hours equivalent. So obviously if you're still here past 7 AM, then you're going to need to deal with the day shift or escape subtly from whatever happens in the next week.
Kill everybody.
Or kill everyone.
Just started it. 3 hours.
Yeah, I've got one going.
Okay.
It's like 24.
Okay, so the building, as I said, the Storms Herald is the far reaches of the docks. So you are aware the Storms Herald is a sky ship. However, this docks is a aquatic docks. All the boats anchor are on the water. The reason for that is Sharn is next to the ocean as well. So this is a combined docks. All airships can float as well as fly. So it is a normal type docks next to the ocean. The Storms Herald is way over the back in terms of the dock layout. The building with all the light spilling from it is about halfway.
I feel at home here. Lots of boats. Dave's in the water.
I'm just going for a wee paddle.
So we head for the building with the lights.
So this is
That's a boat.
that's
Oh,
that's
yeah.
that's the Storms Herald. Okay, this is the building.
Where are we?
And you're over
We're
here.
off the map at the
You're
moment.
Right.
I'll just put us in the corner for
So
now.
this is the building with all the lights spilling out of it.
Right, so we head for that building. Check it out.
I might have an idea to potentially maybe draw someone out to create a distraction of sorts. I have the shape water
Put them to
cantrip.
sleep and steal their clothes.
Yes, I have the shape water cantrip. So what I could do is generate some massive ice to then drop into the ocean, into the sea, and see who comes out for the distraction. and
Okay,
see if
sounds like
anyone
a good
comes
idea.
out.
But we
rather
got to
than-
get to the building first.
That's true, but I thought I'd put my idea first. As
Good
a
idea.
potential idea.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Okay, so how much water does cantrip allow you to shape?
It says
One ocean.
that I can up to 5 feet flow of water I direct in any direction.
Okay.
I can freeze the water provided there's no creatures in it. The water unfreezes an hour. So it's about a 30 foot with a 5 foot radius.
Right. So you begin casting the spell. You reach its conclusion, and you cause a cubic volume of 5 feet of water to jump up, almost like a flying fish jumping out of the water, an arc.
Yeah.
As it reaches its zenith, you freeze it into a large snowball, which then plunges into the water, causing a
Almighty
a
splash.
mighty splash that waves out, and the small boats anchor wave around like this. It does create quite a lot of noise, and obviously the boats creaking anchor increase the volume as the ropes, and some of the wood starts to creak, and
All the cats
almost
on
to
the
the
ship.
point
I was
where
gonna
it
say,
could,
strangled cats.
it could splinter some of the small rowing boats that are anchored. So you expect a reaction. There is none.
Are there any windows in this building that we can get to
There
without
are
climbing?
windows in the building, and from your perspective at the moment, you can see a few shadows moving. Not as many as you would have thought. There is a few shadows moving, but not many. And again, it is very, very quiet. If this was a building with a lot going on, a lot of people, because there's nobody on site at all. If everybody was in there, you'd expect there to be some volume. 40 people talking can be quite loud. So. It's very, very quiet.
It's like that scene from Home Alone where Macaulay Culkin's moving the figures and it's just shadows moving in the house. Shall we have a look? See?
Should we set fire to the building?
Yeah.
Just burn it down and go in.
I like that idea.
Who's the most sneaky of us all? Is it the agent?
I'm a
Could you-
bit roguish now, but I don't think I'm
Yeah. You don't have a
stealth
you don't have a
Sleight
stealth.
of hand is really good, but
'Cause who's stealthy out of us?
I'll probably be best suited to that.
Sorry.
Best suited to that.
I could always transform into a little animal, but I'm not sure if it's good.
How stealthy are you?
Well, we'll find out, won't we?
I'm fairly stealthy myself.
What are we doing?
Are you moving up to the building? I think
Yes.
this is the general-
Yes, I'm going to
general
stealth
question.
my way up to the building.
Stealth your way away.
25.
25. Okay,
Well done.
you are indeed very stealthy. You're actually quite impressed with how stealthy he is, which is unusual. You move slowly closer to the building. Occasionally you hear a grunt or a groan, and the slight footfalls of somebody moving around, not trying to be particularly quiet, but just the sound of a normal person walking.
Just one.
Just one, maybe two. You see that the building is actually some sort of canteen, semi-tavern looking. There's a sign above the door. It bears the name The Sailor's Rest.
Oh, they might have ale in there. I go up to the door and go in.
Okay, so you go up to the door, and within
Is it round that side?
What did they?
within you can see what looks like a tavern tap room or a canteen. It's obviously a place to hang out after the dockers have finished work, or visiting sailors can get their first drink at this new exciting port in Charm. However, you can see strewn mostly across the floor, tables that have been upturned, tables and chairs in disarray, around 30 to 40 Harvells. They are in a complete state of stupor, drunkenness. All you can smell is the disinfectant type 100% proof alcohol permeating the entire tap room. Occasionally somebody will move and cause the table they have to be laying across upend, and they collapse on the floor and completely faceplant to no effect, no physical pain registering at all. They are completely and utterly out of it.
My type of people!
The only movement within the room, and these are the shadows that you saw from windows outside and the footsteps that you heard, is two utterly exhausted looking Harvells. I mean, they are literally dead on their feet. As they shuffle round the room, you can see that their shoes have been almost worn away to nothing. You see blood on their feet. They are struggling to carry the large clay jugs that they're walking round and filling up the mugs, even though the mugs remain on the tables completely filled, and they pour and it overspills. You can see the dark red liquid spilling on the floor.
I gesture to the other two. I'll mail to come up with this.
Okay.
I go in and I get one of the overflowing ale cups and I start drinking it.
Okay, so we'll get to that in a second.
Once someone who turns up who's able to hold a conversation, I talk to them and say, "This."
You call me over.
I call you. Yeah. This looks like a magical compulsion to me. What do you think? Presumably, this is how people who are setting the device on the ship have found their way in.
Okay, so as you're standing there conversing, you're going over to take a drink, and what I'd like you to do is make me a Constitution saving throw, please, Lobo.
May I cast detect magic?
Oh, I fail!
I say I've got purified.
Okay, so you do what you usually do, which is neck everything in one go. You feel the immediate, and I mean immediate, effects of very strong drink overcome you.
Awesome!
To the point where your knees go weak, your legs become jelly, and you fall unconscious to the floor.
Yeah!
That's what I'm talking about.
So if you want to lay yourself down on the floor with the rest of them. So those of you that aren't unconscious, Lobo is now laying on his back in the middle of the tap room, snoring loudly. Whilst he's laying there with an empty mug, the female of the Harvells, and I forgot to say this, the two servers, one male, one female. The female walks over and upends the contents of the clay jug, aiming for the empty mug that is gripped within Lobo's fist, but actually pours it all over his face and chest. So it actually looks like he's been murdered, because there is this thick dark liquid now covering his face and chest.
A good Friday night.
Once she's done that, she then makes her way off to the back of the room, as you've seen the male do while you've been stood there talking, and they refill their jugs from a large barrel that sits at the back of the room. Then they return and do the same again. Can you all make me a perception check, please?
I won't, because I'm unconscious.
You're unconscious.
That one.
8.
11.
Oh.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. So then you need looking up, does it? So the agent, you hear the two servers as they walk around. They're repeating themselves almost as a mantra: serve the strong drink, serve the strong drink, serve the strong drink.
Sounds like they were told to serve the strong drink. But they can't, and that's now all that they can think of.
Ah.
It's like I don't know, I'm not really adept at magic, but it sounds like a Geas, I think it's called, something like that.
Do you want to make me an arcane check?
I will try. I probably won't do that with that. That is...
Do you think we swapped dice inadvertently last week?
Yeah. I think that's a 9.
No, you don't have any idea.
Okay.
It seems logical as a magical compulsion, but anything you've personally experienced would suggest no.
Could I sit at one of the tables, or maybe put up one of the tables with a chair,
Yep.
and sit down and cast Detect Magic for a while?
It'll take
You
10
want to
minutes.
ritual cast detect magic.
Yeah.
To take 10 minutes.
Yeah, in game time.
That's fine. We'll just
You have
sit
to
here-
shift the
we'll just-
timer on
we'll just
10
sit here
minutes.
for 10 minutes. I'll let that slide because I'm sure we'll take longer in battle than actually you take
Right,
in
okay.
battle anyway. So that's fine.
Oh,
it's all
spoilers.
fun. Okay, so after 10 minutes, you complete casting of detect magic ritually, and you start dancing around the room. So you're in your immediate sight. You do not see anything that is detecting as magic. No one in the room is detecting as magic. The barrel isn't detecting as magic. The liquid that's continually being poured. And whilst you were sat there casting your spell, you were visited twice, once by the male server, once by the female server. So you now have overflowing red liquid in front of you and dripping on the floor. That does not detect as magic. However, please make me a perception check.
Okay. So that is a 14.
Okay.
Not very well today in rolls, unfortunately.
Okay. So you don't see anything magical in your
Okay.
in anywhere in this room.
Interesting. Okay.
Whilst he was casting detect magic ritually, is there anything else the rest of you wish to do other than you who's currently there snoring?
I'll go over to Lobo, make sure he's okay.
He's breathing.
Mm-hmm. Wipe off some of the gunk from his face.
Yep.
Do the usual kind of checks and stuff. I'm tempted to, I don't think it will have any effect based on what you've said, but I'm tempted to, as I don't know that in game, I was going to try Lesser Restoration.
Yep. You can cast Lesser Restoration.
Because it should stop any one condition.
Oh no, he's going to take away my drunkenness.
So it's just when I'm cleaning them off.
Yep.
It's a touch thing. So.
Yep.
I touch him.
Okay, so you
Wakes
cast
up.
your spell, and as you finish and touch him upon the chest, around here in the diaphragm, he immediately sits upright and projectile vomits the entire contents of his stomach across the room. You see the red liquid spill out, run between the floorboards, the small amount of food that you had at House Medanis complex. You have gone from stone cold sober to blind drunk
And then
to
back
stone
again.
cold sober.
Oh no, I'm never sober, that's the point.
You are now.
No, I
stone
mean
cold.
before.
Before, okay. So you've gone
Hence
from
me.
slightly inebriated, blind drunk. You are now stone cold sober, like you've never been stone cold sober in the past 5 years.
And I say, oh, I haven't been this sober since I was 10! What did you do?
Well, I woke you up, laddie.
There's something wrong with that ale, it's not right. Don't drink it.
It's actually red wine.
Oh, bloody hell. That'll teach me the next drinks without looking.
I might have wandered around the canteen.
Oh,
to
you
see if
haven't
I
done
can
that
see
before.
anything.
Okay, so as you're wandering around, and you
If I knew
take
it
a
was wine,
passing
I would've
interest
drunk it.
about who's laying on the floor,
Yeah.
drunk or
That's
something.
what happened before.
You
Yeah.
recognise a familiar face on one of the half elves.
Oh.
Yes. As you move over, you recognise the features of Axel.
Only not quite.
only slightly different than the Axel you know. Slightly different jawline, slightly different shade of blue eyes, which are staring unconsciously but wildly into the near distance, completely out of his mind on this drugged wine.
Are we all inside now, Steve? Come on.
So, having now heard the tale of the agent,
You're with
you
me,
realise that this Axel probably never met you at all
course,
before.
yeah.
But yeah, he is here.
So he's in the booth, isn't he?
I think I'll go back to the
Oh, no,
hotel. I
okay.
think I've seen the real Axel.
Yeah, I was on the table somewhere, just casting my ritual.
Where were you? That one?
Yeah.
Steve,
As well.
I'm going to
You're playing
empty
it,
out my ale skin
Yeah,
and put some of this ale in it,
wine.
or wine,
Yeah,
for just in case.
just in case.
Yeah. That's good.
Very was it Lily Bobtail? Was it just in case pocket? Just in case.
Hmm. What might come in handy in the future? You never know.
Okay, so you finished casting your spell. You've had a good look round the room. You've sorted Lobo out. We're now back on
bloody
the
hell.
same timeline. So,
Need a
what is it
drink.
you wish to do?
I don't think there's any much point in being in this room because
Is there anything else?
Could we
Can we
try
search
and
the?
wake up Axel or the real Axel just to see if he'd say anything?
Yeah, you can give him a shake. See if you can rouse him.
Okay, so I'll give Axel a shake and try and like, get up.
You don't trust me, you're going to verify my story.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't look like he looks a lot like the person you think is Axel, but
Yeah,
not
but-
quite.
Yeah, he doesn't look like the Axel that we know.
No, I did.
Ah,
Yeah,
right. Okay,
so
brilliant.
he's the-
Okay,
This
awesome.
apparently
He's the
might
real
be
Axel.
Jason.
Yes.
That's okay.
Hey, what's that? What's that? And he lifts his mug and takes another long swig.
If I remember rightly, he had a fondness for Dream Lily, or was that something I did to him?
No, you're correct. Yes.
Don't worry, it's no waste.
I might just do a quick investigation on the room to see if I can find anything.
Okay.
Um,
Roll us an investigation check then.
so that is an 8.
How many patrons are there in the room?
About, if you want to count them, there's actually 38.
Okay.
Do we remember if that's the normal complement of staff on the shift?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah, because we did see the records the first time round, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we could either go around and start waking them up.
Sorry, it's the complement of the night shift.
Yeah.
Obviously, that wasn't the complement of the ship in total because you've got the day shift. As
Yeah.
well.
Sorry. Yeah.
So if everyone's in here and we're assuming the bad guys have done this to them so they can just sneak onto the boat, which is, a nice idea, do we waste some time waking them up? Or do we take this as an opportunity to say, right,
No,
we're not
we
in the way?
want to get.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
And get on
Yeah.
the boat.
Yeah. Because
Get on the ship.
this happened the first time as
Yeah.
well, didn't it? So there's no point in us waking these guys up and getting them back to normal, because that would be different to what happened before, if that makes sense. And while they're out of it, we don't have to worry about them when
Yeah,
we
check
try and
them.
sneak on
Yeah.
or whatever.
They might well run off and raise the alarm.
They won't, though, will they? Not. I mean, if we roused them, they would. Yeah, but if we leave them, they won't even remember we were here.
We don't know what that will do. We don't know who to trust or who it's going to be.
Yeah, so I think we leave them definitely.
When you were Axel, did you have anything when you were playing the part that you needed for the boat? Keys, documents, anything like that?
Clothes.
I just blagged my way on board.
Okay.
The
So
bursar
because you look like him, and then there's
What
Well,
did you do with
didn't
him
we?
originally?
left him down an alley.
Oh,
Is the Bursa here?
Purser.
Bursa. Yeah.
Purser.
No, Purser is not here.
Percy.
And you know his name, Master Jakob. So,
Jakob.
Master Jakob.
I hear he's good for your
Purser.
gut.
And then there's Captain Otto,
Yeah.
and the first mate was Armory.
Are any of those here?
No.
Okay. That means
They wouldn't be on the night shift anyway.
No.
No.
You presume, having some small insight into Axel's personal situation, that he may have been put on night shift as some form of punishment for previous transgressions.
I say we just go on the ship.
Would Axel have anything useful like in his pockets and stuff? Like,
You can rifle
Tissue.
through
I
his
might-
pockets.
Yeah, have a look, see if there's anything handy in there.
Okay, he has a small pellet of Dream Lily. It's the same
Okay.
sort of stuff that Lobo can use in his pipe. So if
Oh,
you want to
I'll
take
take
that,
some
you
of that,
can.
give it to Lobo.
It's another dose for an extra rage, if you wish.
Mhm.
But other than that, he has a few, copper pieces,
Actually, those.
a pocket knife, small mementos. Nothing that would seem to be of any use
Okay.
or help.
I'll just take the mini instead.
Give it to Lobo.
Yeah.
I think if everyone's alright, we'll go on the ship.
Assuming it's going to be that easy.
We don't want to check any back room. We want to go straight in into the boat.
Careful, that's a midge.
Okay, you want to... Yeah, so there is a door off. If you want to go and look in there, all you find is some living quarters, some small living quarters. So there's
Okay,
like
just put my head in and
there's a small kitchen area, a bed, a small lounge. It's like one or two rooms off there. So you assume that this place is actually run by the male and the female. So I guess they would be husband and wife.
Can we put them to sleep?
And take their clothes.
Because look at their feet.
Oh, yes, good idea. They're going to be worn out.
Can't just leave them
They've
walking
been-
up and down.
I mean, I would put them to sleep, but
But that
I
means
don't.
using one of our spells.
Yeah, and he
I
needs
don't-
that for the next time he gets
I
raped.
don't have sleep anymore
Oh,
after
you-
my last incident, because after you told us to do all of our spells again, I thought I don't want to do that again.
Perhaps yourself too much.
I've got fear.
Oh, that's good.
Don't run away, tell them even more.
Don't want a bad reputation. Oh dear.
I mean, I could cast a web and restrain him.
Yeah,
Pin 'em down.
I do have a wonder web actually. I could use the wonder
Yeah,
web.
use one
That's the one you nearly blew up, wasn't it?
No, that was
no,
the
that
magic
was
missile.
magic missiles. Yeah.
Shall I? Well.
Right, so if you web them, that's not going to last that long.
Oh yeah, that's a good
They-
point. Yeah.
If they are magically compelled and you don't know that they're magically compelled, if they are magically compelled, that's going to restrain them. They may actually do themselves more injury in trying to break that restraint than if you try to knock them unconscious through physical means.
Oh, I've got Dispel Magic. That wouldn't work, would it? 'Cause that's just a...
It might.
Okay, I'll cast Dispel Magic.
Okay. Right, you need to make me a roll, I believe.
Okay.
I didn't detect any magic. That's a strange thing.
Right, rolled a 13. So 10.
These equals 10 plus 3 spells level.
Third level spell.
You do it as a third level, did you?
Mm-hmm.
So what's your total of
Um,
your roll?
What is it? So I rolled a 13 on the 20.
Yeah, and then you add your wisdom modifier, I believe.
Oh, wisdom modifier, which is plus 6. So
So that's a
19,
19.
yeah.
That's enough to dispel the spell that they were under.
excellent.
Well done.
And before we continue, I've completely forgotten, because you two were here after, the dice that are sat in front of you in the little rings.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we're doing away with hero points because we always forget to use them. We're now going to use inspiration.
Ooh.
So
Oh,
anytime you feel like you want to roll the dice again
Mm-hmm.
or get an advantage,
Okay.
that's the d20 that you roll.
Excellent.
Okay, so it can be used for attacks, saving throws. You can even give them to me to make me have a disadvantage if that's what you want to do.
Okay.
So you get one
That's
dice
right,
per
yeah.
session, and doing heroic things or good play or stuff like that, I'll hand them out during the session as well.
Oh, excellent.
Be like, Steve, you take it.
Everyone. Roll 7d20. Take the lowest one.
Do we get to go to the Crystal Dome with this?
Yeah, we're gonna have a shower of silver paper.
Yeah, copyright infringement impending.
Right.
We'd mention
Okay.
the show.
So
Yeah.
you managed to break the suggestion that they were under. The reason it didn't detect as magic for you is because it's a natural ability, but that's metagaming that we're both going into. They almost collapse to their knees straight away, fall to their palms on the floor, panting and completely overcome with exhaustion. obviously they drop the clay jugs and they smash on the floor and the liquid spills. So what do you want to do? They are on the verge of collapse.
While they're still awake, if they don't faint, if they know who did this to him, who actually made them.
Maybe
this.
heal.
Oh
I
yeah.
can cure wounds. It's fine.
Okay.
You cure wounds and like on the, let's say you do it on the female. The open wounds that she has heals, but it doesn't cure exhaustion. And that's what they're going through. And you know the only thing that will cure the exhaustion is something like lesser restoration or even a full restoration.
Okay.
They have got to the point in terms of exhaustion of almost killing themselves.
Oh, wow.
So
I have
just before they lose consciousness, you hear the male say, "The redskin one told us to serve the strong drink," and then they collapse on the floor into unconsciousness.
We're looking for a Native American.
You know the only thing that's going to help here is just for them to get some rest.
Yes.
So if you want to move them from the tap room floor to their beds, then you can do that before you move.
Oh, we're too bloody kind. Can't we just put them on one of those long chairs? Like lay them down on a bench, or something.
hang up on the ceiling.
Lay them on a table.
Okay. So you want to move on?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you leave the Sailor's Rest and you start to move along the docks,
We're not that position, that's for sure.
you start to. So these squares are not 5 feet; they're 10 feet. So you leave the building and you start to head over towards the imposing figure of the Storms Herald. There are some running lights along the side of the vessel, so it's not completely dark. But you do notice that the gangplank is down, and even from here, you can see that there are no visible guards on deck. So Lobo, with his vast sailing experience, we're not ready to move over yet.
Oh.
With his vast sailing experience, will tell you that no shipping port is ever left untended.
No shipping port is ever less unattended.
There's always
Still suffering from that wine. Ah.
There's always an anchor watch.
Is
So
there
that
always an anchor
immediately
watch?
increases
There's
your
always an anchor
suspicion.
watch.
Okay, so as you move towards Storms Herald, so you're going to move towards the bridge, if you may.
Roll for initiative.
No, not yet.
Oh, I can't do it.
Can we have a marching order? Get back to this side of the bridge and like the marching order.
Oh,
before
that
we pass
bridge.
Over, please.
I'm up front.
Yep.
Who's next to me?
I'll be up front with Agatha.
I'll go last.
Sorry, as in
Oh, yeah.
Agatha will be up front. I'll be back a bit.
I'll be second from last.
Oh, second from last.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'll
Do you want
be
to go behind me,
Mabel
Dave?
will be.
I was last.
Oh, what? What?
Oh yeah.
I go over the bridge on my own.
Everyone else argues about who's going next.
When everything's safe, I shout back to them.
And what was it again about the
After
boat?
Yeah.
What was it again about the boat? Like, there's
Never
nothing
left
up.
unmanned.
There's the gangplank is never left unmanned or something.
There's no anchor watch.
There's no anchor watch. It's dodgy. There's no anchor watch.
Okay, so swiftly moving ahead, you move across the bridge.
Then you've got initiative.
And it explodes.
He likes his pokey
He was
stick.
booby trapped.
Okay.
Well, Pete's taking the lead.
Right, so somebody who's
Oh, God.
across the bridge. Stuff.
Does Agatha and Lobo
Yes.
fall into the water after?
Okay, so as Noella and Kingsman enter the bridge, so if you just move us back a little bit, please. I would like you both. No, everybody else can go across the other side. It's just them two on the bridge, side by side.
Is that right, Steve?
Can you? Yes, that's
Do
perfect.
you want
Thank
to do
you.
any more?
No, that's
No?
perfect. Thank you.
So
Can you
Mabel
two
is
make me
there.
perception
you got
checks,
the wrong
please?
characters.
Spectrum. Oh. 5.
That's me.
Yeah, that's it.
There you
I
go.
can see nothing.
Can you make me a perception check?
Perception.
Hope you'll be better than mine.
Perception.
Perception.
No. 9.
9. Okay.
5 and 9.
So you got a 5.
Yeah.
Perception.
Perception.
Working 5 to 9. No, that's not right.
What's your armor class, please, Noella?
15.
15. So from behind you, you feel a massive hit, like almost like a
a
brick
giant
wall
pokey
has
stick.
run at you
Yeah.
and slammed into your body physically from behind.
Like
Yeah.
I would like you to make me a dexterity check, please.
Oh,
Please fail.
19 plus 2, that's 21.
That means I got to pick you up
So
again.
you manage to keep your balance
Okay.
and don't fall off the bridge into the water, but you do take 7 points of damage for me, please.
Oh dear.
Dave, you also get slammed slightly after Noella. Armor class 18.
Misses.
Okay, so you managed to pre-warn because Noella had just thrown herself
Yeah.
forward to bring your shield up in time in readiness, and this invisible force smashes off your shield and careens off to one side. Now we roll for initiative.
Does it fall into the?
Does it fall into thee?
Into
I
the
see you sort of dice back now.
4.
It's alright, Dave, you're not alone. 5.
Oh.
17.
The dice are punishing me for having a week off.
They need to be warmed
A
up.
week off. Oh, a week off.
Yeah, a week off. Not what, like a a week off, yeah.
You was on 4, was you, Dave Kingsman?
4, yes please.
The agent.
3.
Mighty Maylor.
17 and 15 for Agatha.
Mighty Maylor.
I would like to rage.
Noella
8.
and Lobo.
5. A not so mighty 5.
Okie dokie.
Did we see what it was, or was it completely invisible
It's completely visible.
until the mini comes down?
Is that the constellation there, Jeff?
No, it's a radius effect thing.
Oh,
That's your magic.
I didn't
Oh,
know
that's
that.
quite cool.
That's quite nice.
Thingy. Also doubles up as a frisbee.
Plate.
Plate.
Right, can you put that
For pizza.
Excuse me.
Oh, it's the agent
Oh, it's
again.
a wisp of smoke.
It's Axel.
Yeah.
For those that will remember, that was the.
Have you got that picture? Can you send it to me?
Yes, I can, yeah.
The radius of your spells.
Oh, that's quite cool.
That's kind of neat, Steve. What?
Yeah.
There was a gap there.
It was almost intentional.
Yeah.
Right, okay, sorry. So first up, Maylor. You turn and see
Well,
this sort of shape just behind Kingsman and
Something stalker?
Invisible Stalker.
Invisible stalker.
You just catch a brief glimpse of the air current as it spins round and
Mhm.
forms into this solid force that smacked into Noella and did damage. Otherwise, it then just sort of dissipates. So it's almost like looking at the predator on the skyline in the jungle. What do you wish to do?
I would like to... What would I like to do? I'm probably going to ready an action.
What action are you ready?
I'm going to ready a firebolt.
Okay,
If I see it again,
okay.
I will attempt to strike.
Okay.
And I'll move just one space forward to
Okay.
make way.
Agatha's next.
Agatha, she would like to cast Shield of Faith around Kingsman.
Okay.
So that's a level 1 spell.
Yeah, so mark a spell off. You get +2 to your armour class, Dave. If you want to put that round
What should you put on me?
Shield of Faith.
Shield of Faith, so +2 AC.
No, not around Dave. 'Cause it's not him that's concentrating. It's
sorry.
Yeah.
it's Agatha. So you need to make
where's
a
her
yeah,
thing?
There's
There
a
it is.
peg. Use a peg.
Where is Agatha?
No,
Sorry, she's there.
That's right.
That's right,
Fine.
got it.
Okay.
Yeah, she's on it. Dave's in the water.
I can't edit Agatha's spell sheet, so just mark down one off. She's got 3 left.
Okay.
Comes the money shot.
Ding. It's a dice tray. Okay.
Right, Noella, you're up next. Does she want to move, Agatha?
Yeah, I think she'll just move up 1 square there and face towards where. Well, she doesn't know what's going on, so I think she'll just move up 1 square. She didn't see the creature, did she?
No.
So, just assuming that nothing's wrong.
And you've only really seen the creature for
Yeah.
metagame effects.
Mhm.
You have no idea where it is.
Of course, yeah.
It is invisible. Noella.
I might hold an action as well, where, because if I see it again, I can fire it my way there.
Okay. Lobo.
I walk backwards towards them, saying, "What the bloody hell are you playing at, you two at the back?" And hold my attack.
Right, it's my turn. So, Noella, as you stand there forming the start of the web spell, you get a hit again. So, the chain next to you is suddenly struck by a loud, massive force. It parts and breaks, and then into the water is a loud splash. Then nothing else happens.
Oh.
Chain?
Fish.
Oh.
Fish in the water.
Ah.
Splash. I think we should move on.
Kingsman.
Well, I was going to do guiding bolt up until that.
Do you want me to move it, Steve? Whereabouts? Over here.
Yes, that's great.
But if it's in the water, I'm not sure if it's actually going to work.
It's in the water. You don't know. You don't know where it's not like splashing around or anything like that.
Can you see that thing where the water parts because it's hitting something solid?
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been quite cool.
You can certainly, roll to hit, but it's with disadvantage.
Okay, the description of the spell says a flash of light streaks towards a creature of your choice within range.
Yeah.
It doesn't say I know it's there, although I can't see it.
Yeah, but it's a roll to hit spell, so that's fine. But because the creature is invisible, you get a disadvantage to hit.
Okay, let's give it a go. Come on! Oh, I might use my inspiration. Double 5!
You could roll your inspiration dice and no,
Do
well,
really
That would be a
bad.
triple five.
triple 5.
If you want to use your inspiration, you can.
Nope.
Okay. So you finish casting Guiding Bolt. You
Yep.
point your finger at the patch of water where you believe the creature to be. It launches. Splash steam appears as divine energy is distributed around the surface area of the water and dissipates. There is no lingering effect like there is normally when you hit something Guiding Bolt. There's a bright circle on their chest normally. None of that happens. So you believe you missed.
Okay, I'll get off the bridge.
Yeah.
I'll try and move around in front of them as
Yeah,
much as
that's
my
fine.
movement
You can move your 30 feet, but it's only 3 squares on this scale.
will. Okay. Over there somewhere.
Okay, last up is the agent.
I stay where I am.
Okay, and ready in action.
Ready and attack.
Okay. Top of the round, Naylor.
I don't know. I'm just going to move up to my 30 feet radius. So I was there. I was like 1, 2, 3, and I'll just face towards everything else, and I will hold a firebolt again.
Agatha.
Agatha will carry on concentrating
On Shield of Faith.
on Shield of Faith,
Yeah.
but just move up 3 pieces.
Okay. Noella?
So is this thing you can go in and out of water? Pretty much.
Sorry?
With the monster, can it go in and out of water?
You've not encountered one of these before, so you have no idea.
I think I might do nothing at the minute then.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll stay where I am.
Lobo?
I am going to move in this direction 30 feet. And tell them to ignore the splashing fishies. Ignore the splashing fishies. They're just going to distract us. We need to get on with the mission.
Little brown fish. Is it a baby shark?
It might be.
Okay, Kingsman?
What? Oh. No, I'll carry on moving around as well.
Yep. And the agent?
I'll move over here somewhere.
I'll
go climb on top of these boxes.
Other than moving on. Something is, we disturbed something and it's gone away, so I'm going to move up.
Well, something definitely hit us, and it was solid, but it bounced off my ship.
Why is Malor not moved?
I've climbed up on the crate.
That's Noella there.
Boxes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry, why is Noella not moved?
I didn't realise I was moving forward, so I forgot to move forward.
You're still on your like.
On my own. I've been
Okay, so we get to the end of the round and nobody's been attacked again.
Okay.
If you want to give me the mini back, please. Thank
I
you
think
very
it
much.
must be the area of
Did it
effect
get
of
washed
that
downstream?
Yeah.
Fish! Told you!
One on the dice.
Sorry?
Well done.
I missed that.
So
He took himself out.
yeah, I took it. So you continue onwards. More about them later. You continue onwards to the boat.
Okay.
Should we move back?
Just
'Cause
move.
we don't need to. Don't need it for a minute.
No.
No longer concentrating, Agatha.
Yeah, I think Agatha is no longer concentrating.
You can continue to concentrate.
Oh, okay, fine.
How long does the spell last for?
Shield of Faith. It lasts for 10 minutes.
Yeah. So
Oh yeah.
might as well keep it on.
Okay.
Right, so you reach the base of the gangplank. Again, looking up, you can't see anybody on the deck of the vessel.
Is this still unusual?
This is very odd.
And what was it again about the boat?
anchor watch.
There's no guard on the wanker. Hold on, the guard's a
I thought I'd
wanker.
sobered him up.
I've been sneakingly taking little sips of this new
Wine,
this
the
new
red
wine.
wine.
He's,
Going to wine
he's
concert.
getting used to it.
Yeah. Building up the immunity.
That's it.
Where's the plank, Steve?
Just about where you are.
Oh, right, okay, all right. Well, I'm going to walk up the plank onto the boat.
Right. Are you going in that marching order, yes?
Why not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was a giant D20.
We'll switch on to the vessel.
I get it's these.
Do I need to move us?
Yeah. So
Not a real boat.
what I would like
your
you to do
character.
for me,
Yeah,
please,
character.
Jeff,
Yep.
is I would like you to. We'll have to imagine there's a gangplank.
Yep.
I should have bought a bit of card. And I forgot.
Something like this.
So if the edge of the TV is where the dock is,
Yeah.
and when you're within 2 squares of the top, and then move everybody back, so you're within 2 squares of the top.
I am, or they are.
You are. That's it.
Oh, right,
And then everybody's arrayed 1 square behind you. 'Cause
Is that
it's
okay?
a 5-foot gangplank. That is absolutely perfect. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you very much. Tips gratefully accepted.
You just move them a bit.
See how it's done now.
Okay, so you walk up the gangplank. You can obviously feel and hear the boat moving around. It is, say, a massive vessel, but the ocean is even stronger than whatever man builds. You approach the top.
God, it's turning
Philosophical
philosophy hour.
It's been a long week. So you get to the top, and as you almost within stepping distance of the top of the vessel, you hear from somewhere above a cry, shout out, "No, Druge, no!" And you see a red-skinned male pop up at the top of the gangplank and fire 2 bolts
Bloody Tonto.
at Lobo.
What's Hellboy?
Birds.
Right,
So like 2 giant screws come out of me.
25 on the first one, and a nat 20 on the second one. So I assume they both hit. So
Oz.
he, from one from either hand, shoots forth 2 flaming bolts, fire bolts, from his hands. So you take
Firebolts.
13 points of damage from the first one. And 30 points of damage from the second one.
Oh dear.
That's not good.
And we're going to go to initiative, please. Sorry, after that he disappears from view.
My numbers are going down and down and down. 2 for initiative.
Agent.
Agent?
17.
Oh. You definitely swapped dice. Bless you.
Thank you. Mayor.
Malo's 21, and
Agatha.
Agatha is 18.
Very good.
13.
Kingsman.
2.
Kingsman. And Lobo.
5.
How did you get 2?
Thought I was going to be
Oh,
well
2.
embarrassed there, but Dave saved me from being
Initiative.
really embarrassed.
Yeah, do you have a bonus on initiative?
The dwarves get minus initiative now. Not minus. But
Okay,
just minus.
Maylor, again, top of the round, it's you.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
I suppose because I'm on the gangplank, I can't push anyone out the way. So
You can
Ooh,
manoeuvre
ooh.
your way.
ooh, I have Misty Step.
Well done.
Alex will be proud.
They won't. They'll be proud if you use it to step onto something.
Did I see these firebolts?
Yeah, you saw the red-skinned dude fire the firebolts.
And do I know where he was firing them from?
Yeah,
At this
he's
which
up
point?
at the top of the gangplank, and now he's stepped out of view.
So he was there.
So he's up there somewhere, yeah.
Okay. So I think Misty Step means that I have to see it though, for an octopus that I can see.
That's okay.
So-
You can Misty Step to here, because if it's that, you know it's only going to be a short drop.
Oh, is there a
She's
crow's
got-
nest? You could Misty step into
Yeah,
the crow's nest.
Yeah, good for
You don't want that, because I'll be right.
Yeah, but it won't. It means you'd be able to see everybody who's on deck.
Yeah. Are there any high levels that I could potentially Misty Step to? That's
What's
up
the
to
range
30
of stuff?
feet.
This
30
way,
feet
Alex,
isn't going to get you to the
Misty
top
Step's
of
somewhere
the...
you can't get out of.
You can't get to the top of the mast in the crow's nest or anything
You
like
know,
that. If you use it,
literally
you'll
get to
just...
Yeah, I think I'll probably do
You
that.
want to be on the inside.
The thing is though, it's only up to 30 feet and it's 10-foot squares.
No, it's
No,
not.
you're at 5 foot. No.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, fine. So, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, yeah, fine. I will Misty Step in front of Lobo to there.
Okay.
And pass him a healing potion.
And I will, I will throw him a healing potion.
Oh, thanks.
Not the big one.
Not the big one.
No, maybe the big one.
Yeah,
Maybe the big one.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest
It
one
took
I've
me down
got.
to half
He's
hit
going to
points.
throw
There's
it.
not
If it
one.
took you down to half hit points in one attack.
We've
They're
only
both
got,
big.
we've only got 2s, so yeah.
We've got lots of big potions. What have we got?
I've got a big one for you, Jeff.
That's a little one.
That's the biggest one we've got.
There's
It's
two
a
in
relative
there.
thing.
There's 2 in
It
here.
looks like there's loads in the other
Okay.
one, but I'm not
Well,
sure.
I've got to wait until my thing anyway.
Alright, I won't make you roll for it, even though it'd be Comedy Central.
Oh yeah.
Him throwing it and you catching it.
Oh,
Well, to be honest, if he's just in front of me, he could just go like that
he
anyway.
Can hand it back.
Baton
like a-
pass.
Baton pass.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the deck of the ship, Maylor, you see the red-skinned fellow just by the mast.
And I will shout at him and say, "I'm gonna get you."
I'm gonna get you.
In Lobo's voice.
You got that spell now?
No.
Okay,
Sounds like a badass.
That you can actually move.
Yes, I can. Yeah.
You use
Misty
your action
step,
cast
yeah.
Misty Step, so you can move up to 30 feet if you wish. You've used your bonus action to hand Mr. Lobo a potion, so you've only
Mr.
moved action
Lobo.
less.
I
left.
quite like that.
Okay.
Professor Lobo.
I'm gonna start wearing a bow
I
tie.
will move up to about there.
Polo. Agatha.
Agatha is.
Also has Misty Step.
Yeah, no, she's behind Lobo, so
you
can't
can
push
go
past.
through people, can't you?
Can I go through?
Cooperative people.
Is
yeah.
it, does that like half movement with moving through people? Or?
I don't think it does
It's
anything.
fine.
Okay, cool. So
You
I'll.
can't move it through enemy spaces. You can move through your
Friendly spaces.
spaces.
Oh, okay, fine.
Obviously, if you're all trying to get through the same door at the same time, that's when it becomes difficult.
20, 25. So I will move Agatha there.
Yep.
And can I see?
You can see the red-skinned dude.
I would like to cast. I'm still concentrating on.
You are? Divine Shield of Faith.
Yeah. I'll drop the Shield of Faith. Does that cast an action to drop a
No.
concentration? Okay. And I will. I'll just ready my battle axe.
Okay, there's no point in you dropping your concentration. You might as well keep it. So
Okay.
it gives him an extra 2 armor class.
Alright. So I'll reverse. And I will not let's drop my concentration. I'm ready my battle axe.
Okay, so you're going to hit something as soon as it comes within range.
Correct.
Okay. Agent.
Did Agatha spot anything else on deck?
I will give you a perception check.
Okay. I don't think she's perceiving much. That is a 2.
No, she's right. She's not seeing much.
She's not even sure there's a boat here.
I think she was a bit confused with all the moving water.
So that's the creature that's in front of you. Is this? So red-skinned, red-winged,
Shit, the devil.
demon-looking man.
Go
It's
for
the
it.
devil? Oh my god!
Noella.
No, hang on.
After the agent.
It took a while. I throw a dagger at him.
Okay.
18.
18 misses. It physically hits him, but sort of glances off of the scale mail that he's wearing.
Do I see anyone else up there? Because there's obviously another
Maybe a
voice.
perception check, please.
16.
Did we lose our battle music?
Oh, do you want some?
Okay, so you spot, just spot, peeking out from behind the cambion, someone's foot, almost as if they're stood directly behind and using the bulk of the cambion and the wings to hide. So you think there is somebody stood behind them. Only you are aware it is.
Okay, do I get a chance to shout out?
Yeah,
Bloody
you haven't
adverts.
used a bonus action, have you?
No.
Okay.
Actually, do you know what? I'm going to use my bonus action to help Lobo attack. That's just one of my abilities.
Okay.
Being
So you don't need to be in melee for that. Okay. Right. I'm up next.
I'm not attacking her.
well, you will be.
Not this round.
Doesn't say that it has to be the same round.
Oh, right.
So the red-skinned fellow.
The Redskin fellow.
Hello,
Redskin
again,
fellow.
shoots 2 fire rays, 1 from each hand. He's going to shoot 1 at. I'm not using them dice on something. He goes to fire 1 fire ray at Agatha. Ends up shooting it wildly. It careens off of the mast next to him and causes a flash of sparks that partially blinds him and puts him off the rest of his turn. So that's his go over.
That's a nat 1.
That one. That's now 3.
3 nat 1s.
And a 20.
Yeah.
And a 20.
I've rolled a
High
1 and
alert.
2 2 so far. That's it.
No other, you're up.
I'm thinking about swapping dice.
Can
I'm
I
doing some dice.
cast spider climb on myself so I can climb up all the ship and stuff?
Yeah, you can, yeah.
Okay, I might do that to
Yeah.
give me extra.
You still only have
As
your
long as you
movement,
attack before my next.
Okay.
but it just means you can climb
Oh, I am going to
vertical
have to.
surfaces.
Yes.
if
Sure,
you've
next
not
turn's
been-
Yeah,
before
it's
me.
crow's nest and stuff, yeah.
Listen,
Can I
I've just
move
gone,
forward a bit
so
as
you've
well?
got to be after me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
but
move
I'm not
forward,
gonna attack.
basically
Well,
I'm mage.
pass
Because I was
Lobo,
going
maybe?
to take
No, actually,
potion,
just
Oh,
behind
rage,
Lobo
and
to
move.
justify something.
okay. Well, I don't know that. I can
You
do it
use
again
the
next
low-
Well,
time.
I might just rage and attack and move. Okay, I don't know if I can get there in time.
I thought you might use your chain man.
Okay, anything else?
Nothing else. No.
Okay.
Oh, I can move 40. So it's 5, 10,
Right, so
15, 20, 25. Yeah, I can get there. Yeah.
You just turn into a massive.
So I'll take the potion the next
I'll
round.
just climb up everything. Just imagine like a person.
That's
like,
Spider-Man.
Yeah, literally, that's what it is.
it's my go. So stepping out from behind the cambion, the red-skinned dude, is
Another
female.
winged beast.
creature, and she fires a light crossbow in Agatha's direction, hitting armor class 20.
Misses.
Ooh, just misses.
Okay, so she brings her shield up just in time, and the crossbow bolt glances off and deflects away. The female grunts, becoming angry, and decides to shoot at Maylor this time, an easier target, and misses.
Not that much of an easier target then.
At least it wasn't a 1 stick.
Lobo, it wasn't a 1, Lobo.
Right, I am going to bonus action rage. Move up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I'm going to grapple him
Okay,
to the ground if I can.
He gets advantage. Extra advantage.
It's a strength checky thing, isn't it? I think.
grapple is a
Something.
strength check, yes, which you get advantage on because you're raging.
I get
Plus 2
advantage
to it.
on strength checks, yes.
Okay. Opposed roll.
Yeah. Oh, for God's sake. That is total of not very much, 14.
I got 15.
Just.
So you go into grapple and you go to grab him, aiming mainly for the wing joints, but he flicks out his wings and flexes his muscles and
Is he a
just
big
manages
guy?
to hold you off.
He's a pretty big guy.
He is a big guy, yeah. He's slightly taller than Lobo.
I'll do my inspiration.
I've already said what the effect is. Next time,
Got to get used to it being there, Steve.
yes. Well, that's why I put it physically on the table.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
only
pick it up
'cause-
and wave it
yeah,
around.
I only noticed it though as I was putting my dice back.
Is that yes? Your turn.
That's
Kingston?
basically it. Yeah.
I'll move 30.
Maylor, you're next.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Doesn't get me to the boat. Is it enough?
You can see, yeah. It's fine.
I can see on there. I
Yeah.
can see what's going on. And I can see, what's his name? Drudge?
Druge
Druge.
and Sasha.
And I'll hit him with Guiding Bolt again.
Yep. Roll to hit for me, please.
16.
Nice. Total? Or 16 on the dice?
Total.
Okay, so you fire your bolt again. It seems to hit this sort of combination of natural and scale armor he's wearing and deflect away to no effect. Top of the round, Maylor,
Okay.
followed by Agatha.
I would. I'm going to cast Shatter
Fleet.
in the area of radius that it doesn't hit Lobo.
Okay,
So
what's the
basically
radius of the spell?
10 foot.
Yeah, okay, so you cast it just behind Sasha to pick up.
And
both of
Druge,
them.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
And it's a Constitution saving throw of 14.
Yep. So that is a pass for Druge and a pass for Sasha.
Okay.
So how much damage?
So, as in, pass, you've got pass 14.
Yeah, I passed both saving throws.
Oh, right, okay,
but
cool.
they probably still take damage, just be half damage, won't it?
Yeah, half as much damage on a successful one.
So
Yeah, okay, so I'll do 3d8. So 6, 5, and a 4, so that's 9, 15. So 7 damage?
8.
8 damage.
Shit, Steve. We did that wrong.
Did we?
Yeah, we should have used athletics.
Okay. In that case, you probably would have won.
In which case I would have got +8.
Yeah.
So I would have won.
Because there's no.
Never mind.
Yeah, I'm not skilled in athletics, so you would have beat me. You know, for this round.
That's okay. Don't worry.
Okay, Agatha.
Maelor is going to stand still, by the way. I'm not going to do anything with Maelor.
Right.
Agatha,
So there's a loud crash and a bang. They do take some damage, but you know,
not enough.
not enough.
I'm going to step forward to Sasha,
Yeah.
Agatha.
Yeah.
I'm going to do Channel Divinity with the imbue weapon.
You're gonna smite.
No, it's actually one of my actions. Oh no, hang on, sorry, no. Yeah, sorry. I can channel Divinity as Sacred Weapon. So as an action, you can imbue a weapon with positive energy for
Yeah.
1 minute.
Right.
It's magical, +3 on attack rolls.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's that, and that's 1 per short rest. So I can't do it on the thing. So I've now used it up.
Right. So
So
you're
using my battle axe with channel Divinity, Sacred Weapon. So that is a 12 plus 6. That's 18 plus 3. So 22. No,
against Sasha.
21. Sorry, yeah, 21's against Shasha. Shasha.
You hit.
Excellent. So that is. One.
Don't forget you can use smite as well when you hit.
Okay.
And if you want to roll me a religion check, please.
So that is 12 on religion.
Okay. You think they may be demons. You're not entirely sure.
Oh, okay.
Smite, gets an extra D8 against demons.
Okay. Where is smite anyway?
It just means you can burn a spell slot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah? So you burn off one of your remaining 3 level 1 spells to do an extra 2d8 damage.
Okay, so I'll do that then. Thank you, DM, kind DM. So that is a 4 plus 3, so 7.
Yeah, and then the extra 2d8.
2d8. 1 and an 8, so 9. So 9 plus
16 damage.
6, yeah. 16 damage.
Okay, so you imbue your weapon with the channel divinity, and it glows a bright white hot in the blade. You strike down, you imbue it with divine energy again as you strike, and that disperses through Sasha's body, and she takes that damage. She's still standing, but she did not like the feel of that. Roll your second attack for me, please.
Okay, yeah. So that is a 6 plus 3, so that's a 9.
And the +3.
Oh yeah, sorry, I thought it was only on 1.
It's 12. It's still not enough to hit. So this time.
Sorry, it's a 12 plus 3, so that's a 15.
Right.
Plus the 3, so that's 18.
You hit.
Okay. So that's 2 plus 5. And then I get the 2d8 with the smite
If you
again
want
as
to
well.
use smite again, yeah, it burns off another first level spell.
Alright, okay, fine. I'll do that.
Yeah.
So that was a 2 plus, so 5. So then 2 and a 6. So 8 plus 5. 13 points of damage.
Okay, good hit. So 2 healthy strikes. The downstroke you split her in the chest, and the upstroke you glanced across her weapon arm. Taken quite a lot of damage, but still standing.
Okay.
And glaring entirely at you now.
Love it.
Excellent.
The agent.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yes.
Yep.
And draw my swords.
Yep.
23 with my magical.
You
Sorry,
hit.
24.
Against Sasha, yeah?
Yeah. And sneak attack.
Yep.
Uh, 16.
Okay.
And second attack. Miss. Then disengage, it's bonus action.
Yep.
And move back there.
Right, so you move up, you strike with your short sword.
Yeah.
Stabbing her in the side while she's facing off against Agatha. And then you swing down, unfortunately missing your second strike, and then roll away backwards, acrobatically coming to your feet in a ready stance. That was a good hit. She did not like that at all, but still mainly focused on Agatha, this champion of divinity that's damaged her quite strongly over the last round. Next up we have Druge, who turns in Agatha's direction, almost ignoring Lobo, who failed to outstrength him in last round. And Agatha
Good.
is
It's all part
seeing
of the
this
plan.
beacon of divine energy that's hurting his mate, swings his spear in her direction for 2 attacks, hitting armor class 20 with the first one.
Misses.
And misses on the second, so he frustratingly strikes down, glancing off the shield as Agatha raises it up heroically to glance off the blow, which puts him off his second strike with a low sweep across the feet, but it's too low and glances off the deck.
Sarah's doing really well today.
Yeah, she is. It's almost second.
Noella, you're up.
I was wondering if I could do pass without trace and make us all invisible. So I've got a 30-foot radius.
So pass without trace adds to your hide. It doesn't make you invisible.
Ah,
Adds to your
okay.
hide roll. So it's great if you do that ahead of time, so you then stealth
Okay.
around places.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
because these guys have already seen you, it doesn't blink you out
Oh,
of
shit.
invisibility. It's also a concentration spell, like Spider Climb is, so
Yeah.
it would cancel it out.
Okay.
I can move up and maybe do a long range attack.
Yeah, fine. I think I might move up 2 squares.
To the same square as.
No.
Just in front of
Maybe 3 squares
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, maybe
Yes,
3
that's
squares.
fine. And I'd like to cast second level moonbeam on the devil one.
Okay, so is that a saving throw?
Con 14.
I failed.
Oh, yeah. 10.
2d10.
Is that pure light as well, right?
Huh?
Pure light. Moonbeam is.
Okay, so
2.
incorrect use.
So 8.
Night sky above you, the clouds clear as you call down the moonbeam from the moon, and it strikes down with almighty
It sounds like
force on
such
the
a
Cambion.
hippie spell.
It does. As he stands there basking in this pure white light, in agony as it burns through his skin, taking how much damage?
Only 8. But
That's still damage.
still damage.
Moonbeam.
There was also an effect as well, a long range effect, as in like it could carry it on, isn't it?
Yeah, I can move it
Moves.
around. I'll move it around.
Yeah.
So if he moves, I'll.
Right, so is that a concentration spell? It must be if you can
Yes.
move it around.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
right, so your spider climb has now
Oh, that's
dropped.
fine. Never mind. Wasted that.
Right, Sasha.
Well, I have to climb this place. That's a bit easier.
Focused entirely on Agatha, goes to strike. Missing with the first one. And missing with the second one.
Oh no! You're definitely not using those dice again.
Well, no, does that mean Sunday is just going to be epic in terms of having 20?
Sunday better be epic.
Otherwise it's banana.
Bananas, yeah.
Right, that's my go over. Lobo, you're
Yeah, I'll try and grapple him again.
Okay.
This time using the correct way of doing it. Look, double 11. So that's 19. 20. Jesus Christ.
Again, you go to
This is what you
grab
get
him,
for
and this
being
time
completely
he
sober.
fends you
Yeah.
off. He fends you off with one arm, bringing his wing over and bringing us as you.
No, I can't.
Finishing the round.
He's done it again.
Right.
Oh, the ones I've rolled. I had to get an axe.
Yeah.
I get over here, and I'll cast spiritual weapon.
Yep.
And my mighty hammer will appear behind them, and I'm gonna aim for a Drudge.
Okay.
Bonk him on the head.
Yep. It's still to hit, isn't it?
Yes, you still have to roll to hit.
So natural 1 plus 6.
It goes to swipe down and manages to hit the mast next to Druge, the same as he did with his fire rate earlier.
Yep.
To no effect. You do actually have an action because that's a bonus action as well.
No, I moved across and then that was it, so I'll stay there.
Okay.
Yeah, so
yep.
last round I rolled a 2, that's the 1.
It can't get any worse.
20.
0. 20s. Like, hang on, there's not supposed to be a 0.
Maylor, you're up,
Dice.
followed by Agatha.
Okay. I'm just going to finish seeing Agatha doing so well in her dark fight with Sasha. Going to cast a firebolt at our friend Sasha.
Yeah.
Which is a roll to hit, and that is a 24.
It hits.
Okay, so that's 2d10. I've lost my d10. Where is it? Tell me. There it goes. There it is. So that is 12 points of damage.
Okay, so the fire hits Sasha,
Yep.
doing damage, but seems to dissipate before it reaches it, almost as if she absorbs the heat. And
Oh dear. I think she healed.
it did damage, but not as much as you thought.
Oh,
So how
right,
much was
okay.
it? 12, you said?
12 points of damage, yeah.
Okay, she's looking pretty down, but still standing, still focused on Agatha.
Okay.
He's up next.
And she will. So Channel Divinity is gone, and Smite is gone. I won't use another spell slot with that. I'm just going to attack twice with my battle axe.
Okay.
So that is a 6 plus 6, 12. Does that hit?
No, the plus Channel Divinity is finished. You said, did it? Or was it last a minute?
Yes. I don't know how long it lasts for. For 1 minute, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So you've still got the +3 to your rolls.
Oh, okay, fine. So that would be 15 to hit.
Is unfortunately a miss, only just.
Okay.
Just glances off the
Alright.
leather armour that she's wearing.
And that is a 16 plus 3 plus
Which
3.
does hit. Roll
Okay,
damage for
so
it.
that's that. So that's 1d8 plus 3. Where are you? There we go. 4 points of damage.
Okay, you strike again, cutting into the meat of her shoulder, doing damage. Still standing. She's a tough cookie.
You little
The agent.
sausage.
You little sausage.
Naughty minx.
I walk up casually, stab her twice with the swords. 22.
Hit. Roll your damage for me, please.
More than 1-1.
Okay, you sink your
No.
blade deep into her side. She screams with this unholy wail as she bursts into flames and immolates immediately into a pool of ash. Druge looks in your direction and growls gutturally under his breath.
I'll use the rest of my movement.
So run away bravely!
Yeah, run away bravely. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, next up we
I'll
have
wink at
Druge.
Druge.
So, Druge, with a strong down sweep of his wings, leaps,
Okay, that's about it.
attempts to leap.
Seriously?
Seriously. Attempts to leap. But unfortunately, because last round Lobo attempted to grapple again and he brought his wing across the shield. He's obviously unbalanced. As he goes to sweep his wing down, it catches on Lobo on one side, who manages to strength it off and prevent it from making a full swing. Overbalancing Druge, he falls at Alpha's feet. So if you just land down this side, please. The rest of his go is lost. He was attempting to jump over the people in front of him in order to attack you, which failed miserably. I should have gone for a range attack, but there you go. No, you're up.
Live and learn.
Live and learn, don't rely on the dice.
Yeah.
It's my go.
Yep.
Really, yeah.
Is Moonbeam kind of still working? So if you,
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can move it across?
Yeah, I'll move it across to him.
Yep.
And do I have another action left, or is that my action to move it?
It should tell you in the spell whether it's a bonus action or an action to move it.
So creature. Oh, you can use an on each of your turns after you cast a spell. You can use an action to move the beam up to 60 feet in any direction.
Okay, so you use your action to move it across, so it's over the top of him. And what was it? It was a saving throw?
14.
He fails again.
It's 2d10. So that's 5. And 5, 10 damage.
Okay. He wails in agony again as he gets burnt by the moonlit. You still have bonus action and a move to make.
Bonus action, 2 and 9. I think I'll stay where I'm actually. Just out the way.
Okay. Lobo?
I don't know where to attack him or just try and grapple him again. I just didn't know if we wanted him alive to try and talk.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's obviously the one in charge. Not being sexist or anything. You know.
No, she was the one in charge.
Well, I don't know.
She was telling you what to do.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice one. I'll just attack him then, I guess.
Well, can you? Oh, I was going to say, can you web him now?
I can't web.
I can web.
I can web with a wand of web as well.
Wonder web.
Use the wand because I've run that spell slots now.
Wonder web. I'll just attack him twice.
You have advantage.
Yeah, I don't need it, Steve. Does an 18 plus 8 hit him?
Yes, an 18 plus 8 hits.
It's been.
You might as well roll your second attack as well.
Oh, yeah. Okay. 17 plus 8.
You hit twice. Roll 2 lots of damage, please.
So it's 9 plus 5
14.
plus 10.
24.
And that's it.
24 damage. Meaty hits with both strikes into his form. You rip through one wing and then bury it into his chest through the gap. So yeah, he's looking pretty damaged, but anger is lit in his eyes as he tries to rise, ready for his turn. Kingsman.
Can you take a potion as a bonus action?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, I'll do that. Get it out
Kingsman.
the way. What is it? 2d6?
2d6 plus 2.
Oh, 2d6.
I'll go closer, and I won't attack him, but I'll ask him to surrender and lay your weapons down. You're defeated. You can keep your life if you talk to us. Tell us what's going on.
Okay. So you're going to attack with your spiritual weapon or not? No?
Just want to kind of hold action and just talk to him first.
Okay. So you say to him.
Can I be ready? You know, because it's more threatening.
So if you want to use your bonus action to speak and hold your attack hold your attack action, you can do that.
Let's do that.
Okay. So you say surrender, confess, and die.
Yeah.
Confess.
Confess and die.
Is this the Spanish Inquisition?
Okay. You do that. He still looks angry, but it's not his turn yet anyway. So Maylor, you're up.
I would cast a wand of web at our friend.
Okay.
What? You've made friends with him already? Jesus.
Yeah.
Saving throw.
Just say no.
Hang on, I forgot to equip it. There we go. Oh no, I had attuned it earlier and I unattuned it thinking I didn't need it, but there we go. So the web is...
Things you shouldn't tell the
15.
DM.
Yeah.
Number 1.
No, I had it
I actually
attuned.
don't have it with me.
No, I had it
I
attuned.
left it in the bar.
Yes. Saving throw 15.
Yeah, he passes.
Okay.
So you fire the web down at him, but part of He's laying on the ground. It's a smaller area. You fire it off. He's not caught up.
Okay.
Okay. Agatha.
Agatha will attempt to strike at him with only like a non-critical, like what's it called, non-lethal attacks to try and knock him out with both of attacks. So I will roll to attack for both, but I'll do non-lethal. So that's 11 plus 6, that's 17.
Misses.
Plus 3. Has that still lasted for a minute?
Advantage.
You have advantage because he's on the floor. So
Okay.
roll your second
Right.
dice.
Oh, okay. So 17 plus 3.
That
6,
hits.
sorry. Sorry, it's 23.
Yeah, that hits.
So that's the first attack. And then. So that is.
I forgot +2 for rage.
20
You should
for
have
the
added
second
4
attack.
extra points for damage. Thanks, Steve. I always forget that.
Sorry.
20 for the second attack.
Is a hit.
So I will roll my d8s for both of them.
2d8.
2d8s.
One day I will remember everything.
There we go. Yeah, I lost it. So that is a 7 and an 8.
15.
15.
23 damage.
23 damage, but non-lethal to knock him out.
Yeah. Okay. You spin the axe through 90 degrees, go on his face, knocking him to the ground both times as he's still struggling to rise. He didn't like that, but he's still conscious.
Can I repeat the warning to him?
You can?
Yeah, it's the same thing, you know. Surrender and
Or die.
Yeah, surrender or they're going to kill you. You're
The
beaten.
agent.
Send you back to the hell pit from whence you came.
Don't be a shite, laddie.
Shite.
You're beaten.
I just wait where I am.
Okay. Right, it's Druge's turn. He gets to his knees. Using the spear almost as a crutch, he rises to his full height, puffs out his chest, turns to look directly at you, looks directly in your eyes, spins his spear, point directed towards his chest as he plunges it deep into his heart. It grins in your direction, showing the dark yellow teeth in his red maw. As he exhales his last breath, the whisper that reaches your ears says, "We will meet again, and I will have my revenge." As his body bursts into flames, he immolates almost immediately, and a pile of ash settles on the floor in front of you.
Well, that's the end of Zhouge.
Or
For
is
now.
it?
For now.
And with that, we'll go for a break. And before we do go for a break, I have to give something out. So bear with me while
Is it sweets?
digging my bag. Sweets, yeah, we like sweets.
Do we pause the clock?
Yeah, I paused mine.
Yes,
Yeah, so we've been away for 4 weeks, and whilst we've been away, somebody has celebrated a milestone birthday. I won't say I won't say how old, but it was a milestone birthday.
20.
Yeah, that's it, 20. So happy birthday to you for last weekend. Happy birthday to you for last weekend. Happy birthday to you, Lauren. Happy birthday to you.
Didn't work again!
Oh, you broke it.
Oh, that smell that brings you back childhood memories.
Yeah, Dave.
You're firing
Fair
blanks
one.
again, David.
Okay. Oh, that's very
I
funny.
didn't get one. I didn't get one to explode.
Oh,
there we go.
Did you? The sound effect, Dave. Wrong type of video.
Right, so we'll be back in 10 minutes.
Oh, it's so sweet.
Go.
And you can pause.
based on my genes, I'm more likely to have detached earlobes, that sort of stuff. You know that.
Oh, what you mean?
Yeah.
Like actual ones that come away from the body? Yeah.
Yours are detached.
Yeah.
Yours are.
Yeah, that matches. Yeah, I watched a video on it though. There's like 25 different types of ears. People think there's only attached and detached, but there isn't. There's like partially attached,
pointy ones,
mostly attached, and
yeah, pointy ones, and
Sharif likes to cut them off and wear them around his neck.
I hope you're talking about his character.
Apparently there's a thing as well, if you look at the sun it makes you sneeze. It's called something reflex. And I thought, I don't know anyone that has that. I speak to one of my friends, she goes, oh yeah, it happens to me all the time.
I thought everyone had that.
No, I don't.
Oh.
Like bright lights or sunshine.
See, it only works for me if I need to sneeze, but I know it's going to not come out.
Yeah.
Do you know, like when the sneeze
so
doesn't
trigger
come
it,
out?
yeah.
If I then look at a light or the sun, then it comes
Really,
out.
it hasn't worked for me, so no.
Yeah.
So in the
I've got a friend at work who can't burp.
Really?
Yeah, he cannot burp.
No way.
Genetic problem. I don't know why.
Probably actually needs a diaphragm.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Maybe his diaphragm only goes one way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Or something.
Interesting.
Like as in down.
So on the theme of birthdays, it was also Jeff's birthday a while back, which we kind of celebrated with some unpopping poppers. But what you didn't do, because you weren't here in person, is get your gift from Jack. So that's been in my bag since then. So sorry, it's
What
been
did
a
you
bit
do?
dilapidated.
What did you do, David?
So that's he picked that out.
This
Well,
part of a puzzle of the game, yeah, because I can't
if
open
only, yeah.
it.
He picked that out himself.
Oh, thank you very much.
I picked that out recently, but
Oh. Oh, Steam.
staying.
Oh, thanks, Dave.
Don't show on camera because they'll
Yeah, the magic post.
Too embarrassed.
Ignore the box.
Moo?
Yeah, ignore the box. No,
I'm trying to say.
It's because he wanted to put it in the box.
Cool. Oh, thanks, Dave. I can use it.
You can. That's awesome.
Let's use it. That's cool.
So you got it in his Superman box. And he goes, oh yeah, Jeff likes Lobo.
Oh, that's lovely. Oh, thank you. Tell
you
Jack
go.
thank you. Tell him I'll dress as Superman next time I see him. Oh, thanks, Dave. That's a good card.
Well, he did.
Oh, that's
he
sweet.
made his own card, but then we saw that in Tesco's the other day. And he goes, oh,
he
I've got to
drew
get
in
that
it,
one."
though?
He drew in it, yeah.
Is that me?
I suppose so.
It's either me or a ghost. Oh, thanks, Dave.
It might be his Lego man. I don't know.
Do you want the box back? That one? Because I assume that's
Business cards,
not
isn't
the
it?
box he came in.
No, that's not. That's just a business card.
Yeah.
I have mine, I used to have one of those.
The synchronised times. What's your time, is
But presents come in boxes.
37. I gained 10
11
minutes. 11 minutes.
What's your timer say, Dave?
Timer says 1:36.
Ooh.
I've gained 10 minutes. What's your timer say?
No, you've lost 10
I've
minutes.
lost 10 minutes.
We're in a different dimension.
Unless, of course, you're doing a count up. I assume you're doing a countdown.
Yeah, countdown.
Okay, we'll go for the 1:36, so you probably need the extra 10 minutes. Okay, so are we back on? Sorry.
Yeah, we're on.
I wasn't
We've been on for a
paying
while.
attention, so I was reading.
I was to
so-
say that we've just been chatting shit. Hello!
From the
Okay,
time we
so
took back years.
The two demon bodies are now piles of ash on the deck of the vessel. Where do you want to head from here?
Did they completely combust?
All their gear has
Nothing
gone-
left at all.
Nothing left other than a pile of ash, which is slowly dissipating in the sea breeze.
Can I take some ash?
Is it good for composting?
Yeah.
You can get it tattooed into yourself.
Yeah. Some ash.
That's
Bonded.
It's what, it's true.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking with the demon.
Yeah, might give you some sort of special
Oh yeah, put like
abilities.
a little vial or something.
Then I don't think I have a spare vial.
Like grow a pair of horns or something. Drink it.
What, drink the ash?
Drink it.
Drink demons.
Yeah, I'll pick some up, mix it in some ale and drink it.
Okay, so you eventually find something to put the ash into,
Yeah.
giving up looking
Your
for an
shoe.
empty vial and electing to sprinkle some in your coin purse.
Yeah. I'll have a little bag of sand which I'll empty out.
Do you wear
And
socks?
You have a bag of sand.
Apparently so.
Just in case he finds any solid gold idols and he needs to, like, you know.
Yeah.
You find something to put the ash in.
A bag.
You take a sample.
We've got a bag of holding, haven't we?
No, you've got a quiver of holding.
Oh, a
Quiver of alone.
No, we bought a bag of holding.
I could have sworn we bought a
Yeah,
bag
did
of
we
holding.
buy one?
It's
We
one.
did.
Yeah, I wasn't
Yeah, it's on my
here.
equipment list.
I wasn't
Okay.
here, and I know that because I watched it.
I also just realised that Agatha has not equipped her battle axe +1 that she has. So I've been playing with a battle axe non+1.
And you still caned him.
I did. So I can't change that. So probably just stuck with
Just
the battle
remember,
axe.
whatever you read out on there, add one to.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
Or not, as I never ever
Right,
remember to
so
add plus.
where do you wish to head?
Are we going in the ship?
Below decks.
Yeah, below deck.
Yeah. Let's go below deck.
Okay, so whereabouts do you want to head to?
No.
You remember the layout, you know your way to the
Yeah.
safe room, you know the way
Are
to
we at
the...
the top though?
Oh, you mean to go to the
By the
engine room, didn't we?
nobles' cabins.
Yes,
no,
you
I
are.
think we do because we need to go to his quarters to go and find it.
Do we think they've put it in there already?
That's what these guys were doing. They were
Yeah.
putting the thing.
Do we
but
think
The
that
bomb.
they've completed their mission?
Oh,
we
could
don't know.
disrupt it,
We
potentially.
did everything.
Well, they didn't have it on them, so I assume they've already put the spider thing in there.
But there's also the nobles' cabins where
Oh, the
the dude.
yeah, the dude with the thing.
We still had. I had information that that's where it was, so I'm feel honour bound to go and check it out.
He won't be on yet, will he?
No,
Those.
he won't be, but he might have had his stuff sent on.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Don't know.
Let's ransack the entire
I
ship.
don't want to ransack the entire. I just want to go to his cabin
Oh, okay.
and get it at once.
If you know where it is, we'll head straight there.
Yeah, go to the cabin.
Well, it's the next deck down.
Oh, okay.
And
Come
then
on.
there's like 12 cabins or something there. Is that
Yes.
right? Yeah. So we'll find it. They're going to have their emblems on it, the symbols. So we'll find the one with the symbol of his house.
Yeah.
Okay, so you make your way down one deck
Yeah.
to the level of the ship that was put aside for the various representatives of the 12 dragon-marked houses. You wander along the corridor until you locate the sigil for House Jurassic. Unlike the rooms at New Stadium, this is the epitome of luxury. The House Loranda have obviously decided they wish to impress all of the other dragon-marked houses, and so I've gone the extra mile in terms of the fixtures and fittings along these corridors. So there are gold electric lights, there are gilt carpet runners, there are deep scarlet carpets along each of the corridors.
Lobo breaks something.
You get to the House Tarasco door, marked with sigil, as I said. It's an ornate ivory coloured wooden door, double doors. It is locked. What do you wish to do?
It's locked.
Oh. Can you do that? Have you got? Is that
Yeah,
a charge?
I'll do it one more.
This will be the last one, though. So you,
Hold on,
you-
can we not just kick it in?
do you want to use it on this door, or do you want to?
No, I'm happy
send it?
to.
No, well,
Can
let
you
me.
Can we
pick
kick
locks?
it in?
I can try and pick locks.
Yep.
What's the thing for?
Sleight of hand.
Oh, I'll put the slide out as well.
Yeah, 14.
Plus 8.
Okay. But you're not proficient with thieves.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, you're a rogue, aren't you?
Yeah,
rogue and
she
part
dual
rogue
class.
as
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
rogue
so
level
yeah,
one.
you can. You don't make it. You're unable to pick the lock, but you can try.
7 plus 8, so that is
15.
15.
Yes, and that is enough.
Way.
Unfortunately, you only fell by one.
Well,
So you pick the lock.
Yeah.
It's not my forte.
Maylor gives you a knowing look. Mining and lock picking.
I was absolutely right about the mining. I was proved 100% correct.
We
This is how
found,
you know I'm really accurate.
but we found the kyber crystals though. So
Yeah, but in the place where I said they were.
well,
not in the first place.
Not in the first place.
So while these two settle their ongoing debate, you enter into the room. It's a well-appointed sitting room. There are leather sofas, armchairs. There is a rather large fireplace, picture window overlooking the ocean. You're away from the dockside. It opens off into a large bedchamber. There's a large four-post bed. All of the fittings are white and ivory, lined with gold. There is a small servants' room.
For small servants.
For small servants. There's a large wardrobe, walk-in wardrobe,
For large
dressing room.
clothes.
The room is completely empty. There's no luggage being delivered. There's nobody present. It's everything has already been ready for the guest's arrival, but none of that equipment, none of that luggage or gear has been delivered yet.
Well, fair enough. Worth a shot.
Should we head down to the vault then?
Yeah. Let's do the vault.
Some sort of repeat of what happened last time.
Can we go to the purser's office maybe to see if there's anything, or maybe a key or something? Or maybe he will be there so we can get the key. Because
it's on the way. I think
the last time we attempted to get into the vault, we failed miserably and then set the alarm off.
The vault is right at the bottom, and the purser's office is
Two floors down.
Two floors
Well,
down.
in fact, 3 floors down from where you are now, because you're one higher than where you are.
Yeah, go on in.
So you head to the purser's office?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
So,
Where are we? Looks like we're in a tent.
okay, so if you can all assemble yourselves by this door, you enter through this door here. Please ignore the fact it's barred.
Is there a bard though?
No, it's
Do we hear some really bad singing?
so you recall how you got to the purser's office previously when you were under the direction of a disguised kingsman, pretending to be a priest. You recall in your first session, he went there to extol the purser into letting you into the vault because he needed to store some valuable artifacts, and simply sending it off with a servant was not good enough. The room is empty. The walls of the office, I've said, are completely familiar to many of you, apart from Agatha, having been here before. The shelves are lined with books, pressed flowers, plants, and small hand-painted pictures of various airships. Somebody has done with loving brushstrokes. Obviously, somebody who enjoys the craft and also enjoys airships. In the centre of the room, on the work table, you can see there is an ongoing distillery experiment. Liquid is being distilled from a large beaker that looks like water, and inside that water is a large dark red flower. You can see from inspecting the petals that in essence that colour is being leached out as part of the distillery process, and the boiling liquid is being captured in a cooling coil, which then runs down into a large shallow flask that's sat at the end. As you approach the work table and you can see the open neck of the flask, and you capture a strong clinical alcohol smell.
Does it smell like the same alcohol that I drank?
Yes, exactly the same. It has that intense, sort of bleach type smell to it.
Overwhelming.
Yeah. When you smell it and you catch it in your nostrils, your sense of smell just sort of goes it afterwards.
Anosmia.
Next to the flask on the work table lies a letter.
Now, you said ignore the barred door.
Yeah, it was just.
Is it just a door?
It's just a normal door. It's
Okay,
not
so we can go in and there's no one in there.
There is no one in there.
Right. Go in and have a look at whatever's on the table.
Sorry, I assumed you'd gone in anyway, which is why
I
continued to read the text.
no worries.
There's a letter on the table, so.
Why spiritual hammer help?
So obviously off to the right hand side there, you can see that there is a large metal door, and you'll have to ignore what's on the other side of the door because I failed to put fog of war onto the map properly.
No worries.
Okay, so I said there is a letter laying on the table.
I look very carefully at the letter.
Okay.
Using investigation.
Okay. So
16.
It's a letter
Does
that's
it-
handwritten on a
Yes.
piece of paper.
And who's it addressed to?
It is addressed to Percy Jacob de Loranda, and it is from somebody called Kifra de Moyne de Candorak.
The Candorak.
Kifra de Moyne, or KD as he's more commonly known
Yeah,
in
both
House
Candorak.
Candorak, is an
I am.
eccentric
I am. No, Agatha is as well.
is an eccentric clockmaker. He is credited with the development of the locking mechanisms that adorn most of the House Candorak safes. He is at times both brilliant and an idiot. And House Candorak is split on whether he is the greatest mind of our time, or whether he's simply a broken clock that just happens to be right twice a day. So, Pete, as you pick the letter up, can you make me a perception check, please?
How about I just
20.
tell him this stuff written
Okay,
on
so as you lift it, as you lift it, you feel a small crackle discharge of energy that numbs your fingers slightly.
Ooh.
I let everyone know that something is being triggered.
Oh, we should check for traps.
I ready myself, Steve. I'm going to ready mode.
Okay.
My investigation didn't show that up.
I was just standing
Anything
there.
up?
Ah, shite.
Ready mode activated.
Aha! Enclosed are 4 tokens to ensure safe passage through the alarm sigils. Please distribute at your leisure, but don't enter the cage without one. We've got a combination sequence in riddle form. Your love of the flora and fauna native to Corvair should come in quite handy.
I wish we'd known the bit on the back when we first did this.
Okay. So,
I'll
do you
pass it around.
want somebody, Josh? You have a lovely speaking voice. You'd like to read the letter aloud?
My dearest friend, the famed Lotus Club Fair waxes poor for your absence these past few months. Its lustre has been lost, with its brightest star departed. The new secretary insists on bringing these new nobles in, and quite frankly, they are well below the acceptable standards achieved during your tenure. Still, I understand your reasons for stepping down, and I forgive you. Purser, on this new Larundar adventure is quite a role to land, and I commend your political acumen, as well as your intellectual prowess. Bravo! But I don't forgive you for not reaching out to me personally regarding your business that you have put Condorak's way. You should have involved me when you placed the order for your safe. I would have ensured not only a fair price for the supply, but also an impenetrable fortress of a device, designed personally by my own hand. Of course, I have stepped in and personally overseen the design to completion. As soon as I have found about the order, I have added some additional layers of security that I know you will enjoy. I only hope you derive as much pleasure from using our safe as I have from designing and commissioning it. Enclosed are 4 tokens to ensure safe passage through the alarm sigils. Please distribute at your pleasure, but don't enter the cages without one. To keep you sharp for your eventual return and ascension to your rightful place as saviour and as guide of our famed Lotus Club, I am enclosing the combination sequence in riddle form. Your love of the flora and fauna native to Corvair should come in quite handy. LD Angel 410 R3C. LD Crocus 913 L2AC. RD Climbers
It's like the shipping forecast.
13 R6AC. RD Pests 146 R7C. LD Seasons 62 L1C. RD Poisons 816 R2AC. Good luck, Kifra Denmore.
On the back.
Postscript. If you lose control of the golem, the shutdown phrase is with unfurling petals the lotus reaches towards the heavens. It's a little bit of a mouthful, but I thought you would appreciate the sentiment.
Very good.
Oh.
Would you like me to repeat
No,
anything?
can I-
Could you see that last bit with all the colours? That'd be great.
No, I can't remember that.
Yeah,
I'll take a
so-
picture.
Okay, so
My nature strength, will that help?
can you make me a perception check when you took possession of the letter, please?
8 plus 4, 12.
Okay, so you also feel a small frisson of energy discharge into your fingertips. Become slightly numb.
I have a token.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Can you make me an Arcana check, please?
Okay. 11 plus 6, 17.
Okay, so you think there may be some magical element to this letter that you're not quite seeing as it stands at the moment.
Is the letter a token?
No.
Is there anything else on the table by where the letter was?
No.
Is there an envelope?
May I do detect
Any
magic?
drawers in the table?
Are you doing that?
What? Hold it up to the light.
Yeah.
Hold it up to any kind of light in the room. Any fluorescent that's shown through
So
the.
there's the flame on the desk.
Mhm.
There is in fact not fire. It's a magical sort of energy that's crackling away from a burner beneath the flask. And as you hold it up to this magical energy, you reveal on the rear of the letter
Oh.
a handwritten note. So we'll switch out letters.
Does he get a tingle?
I think David
And
needs to read it out.
he gets a tingle.
voice.
He gets a tingle, and he also gets
There you
another inspiration dice.
go.
Another one?
Yep.
Cool.
Even a stack.
Snack.
Stack.
Oh. He eats inspiration dice.
What does it say?
Tell us, tell
What
us.
does it say, Kingsman?
Pray tell.
Read it out.
Yeah. I'm not gonna try Scottish because it's gonna flow into Irish and we'll just get lost somewhere. It says, "The man is a buffoon, but don't worry, I have solved his little riddle for you. The solution is in the usual place. I have left 2 tokens also. Use them and ensure they are returned. Signed, J."
Do we know anyone with J? Is it?
There's also something else underneath it.
There's some kind of symbol.
Yeah. So it looks like a hand-scrawled circle. You could almost describe it as a wagon wheel, but it looks a bit more complicated internally than just the spokes of a wheel. So there seems to be something else to it, but it's badly drawn. Obviously done by somebody not that skilled in the drawing arts, which probably leads you to believe that Master Jakob is a collector of fine art rather than a creator of art.
So J is Jakob.
You assume so.
And this letter has been passed on by him to someone else.
Did you search the room when you rolled your investigation check?
No, I was just looking at the-
Okay.
I can investigate the room if you would like.
I don't like you to do anything.
I will investigate the room. For a 19.
For a 19. So you rummage around the books, particularly being bookish yourself, and you find the title of a book stands out to you somewhat, having just read it upon the letter. You find a book entitled The Flora and Fauna of Corvair, written by one K.D. Kandarak.
Is it worth me looking at books? I have a strong sort of nature. Would I recognise anything from that?
You get a book down.
Yeah.
The book is broken up into chapters.
What titles do they have?
They include
Poisons.
seasons, crocus, angels.
Yep. So is LD, RD, is that left and right? And then it would be what page? So if it's
Left dial. Right dial.
pests. Oh,
Yeah, and we've got Angel 410 R3 C.
But in the book. So chapter pests, chapter 4, row 10, letter.
So let's find the Angel chapter.
Yep.
Can I have a letter? So we got the
Yeah.
book.
We'll look
Did
at
he say he solved the riddle for us though?
Yeah, that's what I was just
He's
thinking.
already-
Yeah, he's already solved
It-
it.
It's a token
And
to
got
the
the
usual
tokens
place.
out. Yeah, we just got to know where the usual place is. That's
Yeah.
what we're missing.
Do it anyway. Do it anyway because it might come in handy.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking of time as well. If we can find what the usual place is, it should contain what the answer is and 2 tokens.
Okay.
Who's this
but
letter
don't-
to?
Yeah.
From Jacob. Who is he giving it to?
Is this the bursar's lesson?
Was it the
Is,
Sasha
is there a clock in the room?
or whoever's hired them?
Okay. Is there anything that would symbolise that in the room that we can see?
Not that you can see at the moment. No.
Okay.
Well, look at the door then. Is it locked?
Yes, it is.
Is it trapped?
Does the lock look like the little scribbly drawing?
I try and unlock it then.
Okay.
19.
You scrape around for a few minutes, but you are unable to lock the door.
Right, Dave, you can roll 20.
I'll have a go. 13 plus 8.
21.
So
No.
left dial,
Yeah,
right
20.
dial,
Yeah.
You
clockwise.
managed to open the door.
Yes.
There's a pattern forming here.
You will do it. All you
Sorry,
do is get me
what?
to go first.
Exactly,
So left
I'll
dial,
come in
right
and look.
dial, clockwise.
So
yeah,
the door swings open,
anti-clockwise.
and it opens into a large storeroom. You notice on the shelf there are more of the red flowers. Please, can you make me a nature check?
Maybe page number word
Ah,
or something,
2
or
plus
line
6,
number
8.
word,
Okay,
something
you don't
like
know
that.
what they are. But it's definitely another of the flower that is currently being leached on the experimental table.
Could I do a
Is it-
medicine check, perhaps?
Is it in the book?
There also on the shelves there are stocks of cheeses. We'll get to that in a minute as well.
Cheeses?
Stocks of cheeses, fine red wines, cured hams, and other examples of fine foods and luxurious items, chocolates, and all little niceties that a man of nobility and excess would keep.
This does not sound like a purser.
This sounds like somebody who is greedy, avaricious, secretive.
Well connected.
Yes. Obviously open to bribes, because there's no way that a purser on a vessel, although it is at quite a lofty position, particularly being in charge of the budgets in order to construct a vessel, would be able to afford a lot of the stuff that you see in this locked room.
Could he be like blackmailing people?
Well, it says on the letter that
So
he's
what you do notice is on the reading table at the back, so that's
That
the
one.
light there. Okay, on the reading table at the back is a small wooden box. That wooden box is stamped with a silver seal that resembles a wheel, and it is a more stylised version of one that's
The
been
usual
drawn
place.
on the letter.
The usual place.
Oh, okay.
Which we just should have known that.
I check for traps. Is it all traps?
Oh.
Sorry.
Is it trapped?
No, it's not trapped.
Is it a puzzle?
I think so.
Okay, so while Lauren's playing with the box,
Playing with
do
their
the
box.
rest of you want to browse through the book?
Yep.
that way.
Let's see if we can find a flower.
Yeah.
Everyone's like,
See if we can find
no,
a
turn it the other
flower.
way. The other way.
Are there pictures? Or is it all-
It's all words.
What the hell is it, box, anyway?
I
Do you
remember
reckon-
Henry's liking
It's like a pinhead.
So we'll have a look at chapter Angel.
Someone's
Yep.
been right.
How many pages are in the chapter?
There are 15 pages in the chapter.
Okay, so we go
Dave, do you
to
have a go?
Page 4.
page 4,
Yep,
Yeah, page.
line 10.
yep. So line 10 reads, strong cure for aches. The ratio should be 8 parts water to 5 parts petal.
What does the R3 mean though?
Third on the right.
Yeah, but that wouldn't.
Clockwise.
So the third word from the right is 5.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So, and what's C?
Clockwise.
Clockwise.
Clockwise, yeah.
5 clockwise.
I reckon Dave's right on that one. Yeah.
Clockwise, anti-clockwise.
Then AC's anti-clockwise.
Have you got a pen? Pencil? Do you want to write it down?
There's a pen.
If only we had some sort of technological devices that we could write.
Ah, they probably said that.
So, 5.
So clockwise
What
5.
we should have done was maybe put a camera in the booth out there and then those two can just get locked into the
Yeah.
boat and they've got to solve the puzzle. Because
Before they get out.
that'll keep everyone
So,
watching.
Crocus chapter.
Sorry.
Crocus chapter,
Yeah.
page 10, line 13, second from the left.
Okay, so that reads, with one leaf per stem, the crocus should be arranged in a tall
One.
vase of 6 stems.
1. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so climbers,
Yep.
page 1, line 3.
Reads, climbing towards the clouds, clutching 5 remaining beans, our young hero.
So the 6 from the right is.
5.
5.
What would the 6th word from the left be?
Quite easy once you get it.
Remaining.
Okay. Just double checking.
We get there and it's like
Yeah.
a lock that has letters on it instead of words.
Pests.
Yep.
Page 14,
Yeah.
line 6.
Reads, cloud beetle has 6 legs and 2 mandibles and will destroy a rose.
So it's I reckon the 7th word from the right is 2.
Correct.
Seasons.
You done it, yeah, Josh?
No, it's a bit hard.
Line 6.
Yep.
I told you, it doesn't.
So
I think it
page,
needs a bit of
page
strength.
6,
Which ones
line
are?
2.
I think it's the
Reads,
side.
18th day
You
of
see slabs,
Lavion
kind of like
represents
gaps.
the zenith of the summer season and.
I feel as though once you get it right, it should be easy, and it's not something
So
like
18.
break it, force it.
18 clockwise. Poisons, page 8, line 16.
Reads, leeching the petals of the scarlet lily in the correct ratio. 6 petals.
So that's 6.
Does it have any emotional value to anyone?
Steve.
Yeah, just like
He would like to
fruit,
rage.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
You think the description of that flower that is on the rest of that page
That moves.
matches
Yeah, that's
the
the one
red
we got to
flower
move a bit.
Yeah.
in
There's a
the
wiggle.
storeroom and
Can you
what's
turn
on the
it?
table.
What's it called?
The scarlet lily. From reading the rest of the pages in that chapter, you learn that the scarlet
I
lily
feel
is
like
a
I could
cousin
break it
to
if
the
I
That's
did
what I
it.
was doing. That's
Yeah.
why I want to
a
force it.
cousin to
Oh,
the
I
dream
feel as
lily.
though once you get it right, it should be easy.
It is not used for the dream lily product because it has very strong soporific properties.
Hold on, that one you can see is glue.
It's mainly
That's
used
not
to
really-
deaden pain.
Yeah, but
and
I
to
think
knock
that
people
that
out.
slides out after you've done the whole thing.
Yeah.
I think.
Overuse will cause somebody to slip into a coma and
Oh,
eventually
it smells
die
nice.
without
Do you smell it?
No, or was it like linseed oil or something?
It kind of smells like that. Yeah, like charred wood that's got nice oils on it or something.
Okay.
Ah!
Oh, did you turn it?
No, I don't know if I've just broken it. Maybe? No, is it possible to break it?
I have no idea if it's possible to break it. Bits come off of it, that's how you open it.
Oh, okay. I just
Yeah.
put it
Ta-da!
Oh.
Huh?
Section.
Oh, like you like. This is fancy. I like this. Make a jewelry box out of that. I might just-
There's another bit in there.
Contact size damage.
J equals sabotage. That's big channel. Does this
That's quite clever. 'cause that looked like it slid out.
Is-
It's not. It's like an extra.
Deliran?
There's another
is a
bit.
Dragon. mark
Dragon's
house.
house, yes. It's the house of storms. Storm house.
And that bit slidey bit rather than.
I'll pass
Are they
this.
related?
Yeah, that's what
Are
I'm
they
thinking.
either who's House Tarasco? Or is this going to be related to the plot being run by what's her name again?
Taria.
Tarya.
What about pulling it that way?
Well, I'll give it to you in a
Insulted
second. You
inside
can
man.
try.
Yeah.
Very much.
But you can sort of see that some bits are glued,
Yeah.
so I assume they don't move the same.
He was the inside man.
Oh.
There we go. Yes.
We got the tokens.
A set of dice.
Right, so these are not tokens. Obviously, I didn't have any real diamonds.
I just like the way it smells.
I thought they were a bomb or something.
So
It is
the
nice, isn't it?
D4s
Is that
are actually
Hmm?
precious gems.
Okay.
So if you want to do a check for me.
Okay. Can I identify, or
Well, no, they're not magical or anything like that. But
So just-
sort of
just
a general
look at them?
intelligence
Yeah.
check,
Okay. So that is a 16 plus.
Oh, is that what came out?
The investigation?
Yeah.
So
It's really cool.
22.
Okay. So they are actually diamonds, and you think
Should I give you
that
that
they are
draw?
worth around 1,500 gold apiece.
Yes.
Is that roughly when they attacked the ship? When we were on it the first time?
Yes.
Day 2?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
god, was the
Yeah.
birds are in it the whole time? He's paid off.
He was an inside
Is that
man.
a
Yeah.
sigil one of the dragon marks?
That's why he's got these goodies
No.
stashed away.
We have 12
Takes back
diamonds in
answers.
here. So whoever's doing our
They're not the tokens then.
no,
No, these are just that's the
We
bribe
have
I
12
bet he took.
we have 12 diamonds here.
It's Dave money man.
Alright, so also in there, I couldn't fit
Yeah.
one in there,
Oh,
is a pen.
Oh, 12 diamonds in a pen.
A
You
fountain
couldn't have gone
pen.
down the bookies and nicked one of their little
Well,
pets.
well, no.
Yeah.
It's like a James
Willie
Bond
Wills is
pen.
shut
Gone.
Yeah.
There is a pen in there. It's a fountain pen.
investigate it.
Yeah.
Not very well. So that is a 11.
Okay. It's well made. You think it could be
There's a
worth
fountain
something?
Does someone else want to investigate it potentially?
I can. Not very well. 9.
It looks like a fountain pen.
I really
You
like this,
can't-
Steve.
You can't see
Can I investigate it?
anything obvious about it. You may want to look at it again later.
I'm gonna get one
Look at it
then.
later.
Yeah,
The kids.
So contact. Hang on. This says contact disguise Damien Irwinen. That was you.
it was
Yeah.
me.
You were the contact, the dodgy guy. He wanted to. He was supposed to show you to the House Tarasco chest. Is that right? Before dawn.
Was Damien the guy that had the mutilated stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he was disguised
And I was
as.
disguised
You
as
But
just
he
got it,
wasn't. When you met the purser, he'd already zapped the butler asleep, stole his clothes, and put the mask on the
but
butler.
he was expecting. You were supposed to make contact with. Well, the person was supposed to find you.
Yeah. And it never happened
It never happened.
because you tried.
And then you were going to be shown to the chest.
So I bugged it all up then.
Yes.
Oh, geez, you and your sleeping and nicking people's clothes.
That's whatever I get up to on Friday nights. Right?
Okay, so you have 12 gems worth 1,500 gold pieces each,
Nice.
and a fountain pen.
18,000 gold.
What will, can
Might
I
as well
attempt to
retire
write
now.
on the piece of paper with the fountain pen?
Okay, so you begin to write a message.
And it disappears before your very eyes.
And it explodes.
And as you finish writing the message, it slowly fades from existence.
Ooh.
And then if he holds the paper up to the light,
You can see it, but only when you hold it against the light that's got magical energy. coming.
I
Okay.
want to nick that light.
Does the paper now have a static charge on it?
Yes.
Oh. The pen and that light work together.
It's the light, it's the magic, it wasn't a trap or anything, it was the
Oh.
the magical light was charged,
Reacting
was
with the ink,
leaving
like
a,
the
leaving
magical
a
ink,
charge
magical light.
behind. And the paper was kind of on the fingers. I'm not sticking my hand in that light.
No. Put your hand to the light and it's like that.
Alright, so he's clearly, unequivocally involved.
Mm-hmm.
But this is not,
You're right, Dave.
this is not the usual place.
Look, I only take them apart. I can't put them back together.
So yeah, you do not recognise that as a dragon marked house sigil.
Maybe the drawer because it came out last, goes back in first.
It does.
Does
There's a
it, does
pen
it
in there.
remind you of anything that the two demons upstairs had on them?
All your diamonds in there.
It could be their club symbol, their like cult symbol, maybe
I'll do it.
something like that. You can tell that Steve spent
go
a few
to that
hours
chest
playing with it
though?
before.
Yes, it is.
The Lotus Club.
Should we go to the House Tarasco chest?
Might as well.
So
Before
I think
dawn.
we need to go to the vault, but where are the tokens? If those two tokens were on the demons and they've just gone up in a puff of smoke.
I could have sworn he said he left the tokens in the usual place, but the
Yeah, but this was a letter left behind.
I think
for somebody
inside there's
else.
a bit of wood still.
yeah.
Oh, so someone else
so
put
for
2
those-
tokens already.
The solutions in the usual.
Pretty sure I didn't break it.
We'll sort that out later.
Nothing cracked anyway when I pulled it apart.
Should we go to the room of House Tarasco?
Oh, that's probably
We've just
why I
come
wasn't
from
going
that.
back together.
Oh, okay.
Because it all needs to be in there first.
No,
There's
you've
no
got to
chest,
draw
there's
it
nothing
first.
in
Oh, right.
Well, unless there is something else in there.
At least
Okay,
we've got
so
the.
where do you want to head now?
Well, we have the combination to the riddle, I think. Do we?
Yeah, we solved that. Solved already. Just got to find the tokens.
And so they, he left it in the usual place. They picked it up with the tokens,
And left payment behind.
left payment
Yeah.
behind, and
There
they've
are two
taken
more.
they've taken the tokens. Well, yeah, there are two more tokens. Presumably, the purser has one. When we came before and got into the thing, he picked up the tokens, or he had them on his person.
He had a token on his person.
To get
He
in.
didn't go into a safe and get it.
No,
he just
had
said
it on his person. You are aware, because of the day you spent on the vessel ahead of it leaving, that he had 3 trusted servants
Okay.
that used to do his running around for him, and they were the ones that used to go and drop stuff off in the safe if the purser couldn't do it. So that's where the 4 tokens come from.
So, but
It
there
also says in the letter, or in the note, or the one that Dave had, that the tokens were to be returned. They haven't been returned. You can't find them anymore.
So have we got 2 of the tokens?
No, you've got none of the tokens. There's no tokens here.
Okay.
if we sift through the ash, do we find any tokens?
No. Everything that was on them
Turn to ash.
turned to ash.
But we do know the code that turns the golem off.
Yeah, so we can just go down.
So that's half of the problem gone. It's just the alarm going off.
Right, so I need 1 copy of the letter back, because there is only 1 copy of the letter.
This one's got writing on.
So, because it's a phrase that you're not going to remember,
Okay.
and so one of you has to carry it, because if you do set the vault-keeper off, we're going to have to role play the fact that you're probably going to pull the letter rather than having remembered what it says. So choose who gets the letter, and then that person keeps it.
You know your lines.
Yeah,
The
you've read it
unfurling
very well.
petals, the lotus reaches towards the heavens. Just remember that.
If you recite it to the camera, you can always play it back.
Cheater.
Or I could write it down on my laptop and remember it that way.
And then
Let's
face
vote on
and then face the wrath of the DM.
No,
later on
but
in the game.
technically, anything you put in the notes on your character sheet
Yeah.
is in the memory of your character. So if you write it in the notes on your character sheet, that's not cheating. That's just your character remembering what
Yeah.
was said. Yeah.
And I can say I remember it, but not actually say the words as well. So technically,
No,
I
you'd have to
remember
read it
what
out.
is.
Stop
God's
rule
sake.
swearing with me.
Yeah. Jesus.
Right, so where do you want to move on from here?
Where do you want to go?
Safe.
Well,
The
we've
alarm-
got
if the
no
alarm goes
idea.
off, it's going to alert someone on the ship.
Yeah.
There's no
There's
one
no
on
one
the
on
ship.
the ship.
Oh yeah, so we could go there now. In theory, we could just bundle in there, set it off, tell the golem to bugger off with the lotus petals,
Yeah.
and smash. No, do the thingy, like that.
Yeah.
There's a left dial and a right dial. Okay.
Which one's which?
Okay, so you're heading down to the safe, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you make your way to the depths and bowels of the ship, heading down the same staircase that you did when you followed the person on the first time. Once you get to the engine room, you make your way to the rear of the vessel, where you enter the chamber that contains the House Medanis safe. It is an impressive second time round as it was first time round. You notice that the door is closed, appearing locked. There are 2 large dials. One on the left-hand side of the door, one on the right-hand side of the door. They do not contain numbers. There is a simple graduation at the 12 o'clock clock face position. They spin in either direction to your tests, and when you turn it through one full resolution, you hear a click.
So, sorry, just going back to that when we first boarded the ship and someone shouted out, "What's his face?" Now, was it a female voice?
Yes.
Okay. I just wondered if there was someone else with them.
Oh yeah, it wasn't just the two demons.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Then we have work here for 2 seconds. Okay, so on the left dial, we spin it 5 times clockwise. I spin it 5 times clockwise.
Okay, so you do that. You hear a slightly louder click, followed by a hum.
Then I spin it back 1 rotation.
Again,
Anti-clockwise.
a loud click and a hum.
On the right dial, I spin it backwards 5 times. So anti-clockwise 5 times.
A click and a hum
On the right dial again, clockwise 2 times.
and a hum.
On the left one, clockwise 18 times.
When you hit the 18th, you hear a click. Something powering up in the distance,
On the,
and a sound of a large metal object sliding.
on the right dial, 6 times anti-clockwise.
Again, click, something powering up, and then a bolt sliding. And as you make that final turn on the right dial, the door swings open of its own volition in front of you. You once again presented with the large vault area of the House Medanis safe that's been installed upon the Storms Herald. The area is gloomily lit. There is only a few small torches dotted around the area.
I'm holding the letter in front of me.
With unfurling petals
Look,
that loses
gold.
reaches the
You,
heavens.
you recall from last time that the alarm only went off once you stepped inside the cage, and that's also confirmed within the letter itself that you don't step inside the cage, not just within the vault area.
So you walk into the vault.
You walk into the vault, and shadows pervade each corner of the room. As I said, the area is gloomily lit.
Can I do produce
There is-
flame to brighten it?
Well, that wouldn't necessarily brighten it. It would brighten the area you're in,
Okay.
yeah, but not necessarily. It won't cast a great
Okay, I think 10 feet.
area
isn't
of
it?
light. Yeah. So this is a cage here in the centre of the room, and there is a ladder to climb down into it, and there are 2 caged rooms off either side of the vault area.
Where was
Your attention is immediately caught not just by the large pile of gold that sits in the cage in the centre, but also sat atop that pile of gold is a chest that is emblazoned with the House Durasco sigil.
House Tarasco
Steve,
chest?
I look to see if the axe and shield is up against the wall again.
The axe and shield is not up against the wall. What is in here looks to be the sort of goods and obviously gold that would be used to pay for trades, to pay for services. You know, so obviously this safe is also being used to store the funds of House Loranda whilst they're paying for people to finish the construction of the vessel. So the sort of things that you saw in the safe when you were here
Were
previously
passenger
were the
stuff.
passengers' equipment and goods that have been installed in the safe after they boarded.
So it's that chest with the dodgy spiders in it
The cylinder.
here.
Yeah, so the chest that you saw, which the last time you touched it, had the cylinder that contained the robotic spiders, is the chest that's there.
You go down and get it, and I'll hold onto the letter by the doorway.
Can I cast part about tracing with us?
Okay, so in order to seal that, you would have had to
Yeah.
enter the vault area.
Mhm.
Okay, so sorry, I should have said, and I didn't. The vault entrance is here. So can you please array yourself around the area, obviously with Lobo up the front.
Can we get in there without? How'd you get in there
There's a
again?
ladder.
There's a ladder.
There. Is that a ladder? That's a ladder.
Yeah, it'll be over in that back
corner.
corner.
And
I
where
have
does the
no idea.
golem come out?
The golem came out last time
I've
from
Misty Step.
this location.
Behind the picture.
Maybe the eyes are moving.
By the way, I have Misty Step, so I could potentially go
Okay,
inside.
so as
the
your
bar.
attention is
Yeah. And get back out again.
Yeah.
focused on how you're going to get into the
I can
pit
get the chest out.
and disable the device. Who's at the back? Yes,
Kingsman.
Kingsman and Maylor. You feel eyes boring into the back of your neck as all of a sudden, very much like your Misty Step, in fact, you feel the swish and presence of somebody behind you.
The swish and
So
presence.
Maylor, I hit a 23, and Dave, I hit a 15.
Missed me.
Missed. Okay, so Dave,
Yeah.
what you feel is a chain, not unlike Lobo's, strike across your shoulders. But because you wear plate now, the blow and the spikes that are positioned along its length are deflected away. You take no damage. You feel, as you turn to see what's happened, sort of a whisk of escaping air, as if almost something has blinked out of existence at that point in time. So it's attacked you and then disappeared. Maylor, the spiked chain definitely hits you across the shoulders. Wrapping its length around your neck, you take
100 points damage.
13 points of damage as the spikes embed themselves into the meat of your throat. I would like you to make me a saving throw, please. Dexterity.
Oh, that's good.
19.
Okay, you manage, despite the fact that this chain is wrapped around your neck, to manage to pull it loose from your neck using your hands, and then you throw it off. As again, something seems to pop out of existence. You only catch a fleeting glance of a horrific looking demon.
I actually thought it was like a time remnant of sorts of like when we last came here and you used your...
Time remnant. I like that.
Oh, shadow dance.
Doesn't
As
look
it
like a Lobo.
Disappears. So we will roll what initiative, please?
Rule initiative.
Initiative, please.
That was a bad one.
Last roll was a 1. Here we go.
Oh dear.
It's better than a 2.
Oh,
It's a
dear.
3.
I got 8.
3 and a 2.
Better than a 2,
Yeah, well done.
but not as good as a 9.
Looks like I'm going last.
The agent.
16.
Maylor?
3 and a 2.
3 for Maylor, 2 for
2
Agatha.
for Agatha. Yeah, sorry.
Noella?
8.
Kingsman?
3.
And Lobo.
11. I broke the 10.
I better not roll these. I'm going to give them.
All the
my
good
DM
rolls are going to
dice-
come on attacks,
My
Dave.
DM
Don't
dice
worry
are
about it.
coming back, so Sunday will be different.
Okay. So, emerging from the shadows over against the wall of the vault. So, I'll place this.
It's a skinny bloke with a chain.
So, what happens is you catch out the corner of your eye some movement over against the wall within the shadow. It pops out of existence, appearing next to Kingsman and swinging with the chain that it's wielding in its right hand. Missing again, frustratingly hitting your armour. It moves past, round the back, attacks Maylor. Missing again, frustratingly, as it hits the statue that Maylor is standing
Who's more
next to.
frustrated, him or the DM?
The DM, trust me. finally, alighting close to Agatha, but not within range. So if you can put me 10 feet away from Agatha, please.
There's a shadow.
10 feet away from Agatha.
Yeah.
To the side.
How
The other
many?
side, the other side.
Is it 5 foot squares?
Yeah, it's 5 foot.
That's
That,
5
that's
feet away.
like 25 feet.
You
Right.
need to go the other side, George.
Agatha's.
There.
So I want to go in that square. That's it. Okay. So what's happened is he started there. He popped out of existence like Misty Step, appeared next to Kingsman, like within 10 feet. So not within range of a attack of opportunity, but here. And then as he's run past this way, he's taking a swipe at Kingsman at Maylor, and then.
I challenge you to a duel, sir.
So these creatures move swiftly and silently. They're almost moving like mist, like gas.
Like farts.
Shit.
No, not like
Well, they
shit.
did because they rolled a 1.
Yeah. So that's it. So it was a whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. So moving with great speed but poor accuracy. So nobody gets hit, nobody takes any damage whatsoever. Go me. So next is the agent.
Steve. I feel your pain.
I slash quickly at it before it disappears again. And I get a 21.
21 hits.
Yeah. And does a 23 hit? Yes.
Yes.
What about 27? Would that hit?
Yeah, that hits as well.
So I hit twice. The first one was a magical. Actually, I'll do the first one second, just in case it makes a difference. With a
You don't
magic,
get sneak attack.
I don't.
No, 'cause it's not currently in melee with anyone, so you,
Oh yeah, sorry.
you don't get advantage of it.
Does the non-magical one hit?
The non-magical, yeah.
Uh, 7 and 5, 12, and then I disengage and move back behind Agatha.
This.
12 damage, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so you swing your sword twice, hitting both times. It does take damage.
Oh, sorry, that would be 10 damage.
10 damage.
Yeah,
right?
sorry,
Okay.
because the second one doesn't get the modifier on it.
Okay, you did damage. Good hits. Next up is Lobo.
I shall
It's a chain
move
off.
1 square towards, and then bonus rage, obviously.
Yeah. You got your token.
Yep. I wonder if it will fit over his head. Nah, it's alright, you can wear it as a chain. And attack. And does a 22 hit it?
Yep.
And I'll roll both attacks first.
I can't do that, Steve.
Does another 22 hit it?
The second attack, I can't do the second attack and disengage because that's the bonus.
This is bonus action, yes.
22 twice.
Yeah.
22 damage total.
Good hits. Okay, so you swing your chain. It's a chain off.
It's a chain off.
You swing it down and then across, slicing with both swings. You hit, you do damage. As you do, instead of blood that comes off the creature, it sort of wisps of smoke tear away from its form.
Ooh. What's the peg for, Steve?
Because there'll be another one on the table in a minute.
Oh!
And they have the
Shit.
same picture. So
I wish I'd have asked now.
Noella.
Can I cast web at it to restrain it?
You can.
Cool, I shall cast web. And yeah, and hope for the best.
Saving throw. DC.
Sorry. Dex saving throw 14.
Dex saving throw 14. It passes.
No.
I got 14 exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you spray your web. It erupts across the area, but it doesn't appear to have any effect, almost passing through parts of his body as he demists. You want to do anything else?
I think I'll stay where I am.
Okay. Right, my go. So this one starts its journey across this side of the map. Again, pops out of existence next to Kingsman and attacks. Rolling a 9 yet again and misses. Moving across towards, is that Magor or Noella?
Noella's there.
Noella. So moves towards Noella and attacks twice. Hitting with armor class 20 on the first one, and armor class 17 on the second.
That's a hit.
Okay, so again, the chain goes to wrap around various parts of your body. So can you roll me 2 dexterity saving throws, please?
10.
No, you've got to add your dexterity 12.
Oh, sorry. 12, yeah, and another one.
Well, it's the dexterity saving throw value, not your bonus modifier.
Oh.
So what's your dex saving throw?
It's +2.
Okay, so that's a 12, yeah, and then the next saving throw?
16 plus 18.
Okay, so you pass on the second, but on the first one, so take 11. You take 23 points of damage. So with the failed saving throw on the first hit, it wraps around your arm, and as it does, it pulses with purple necrotic energy as it sucks the life force out of your body and imbues it within the creature. So you take an additional 27 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm out.
You're down.
I'm dead. Death saves.
Do you have to do a saving throw right now?
No, it's next time, isn't it? When it's your turn, I think.
Okay, so you fall to the ground unconscious. You'll see Noella go down, and the spiked devil stand next to her looking triumphant as he sucks this necrotic energy life force away from Noella. It seems to, well, it doesn't, because he hasn't taken any damage that one. So.
It seems to do nothing in
It
particular.
seems to do nothing at all. But yeah, go
Except smile.
Except smile.
He certainly enjoys it.
Grin and grunt in victory. Next up, we have Maylor and Kingsman at the same time.
Okay. I'll run over to
Noella.
Noella and kneel down, put the shield over.
Yep.
And then cure wounds.
Yep.
This is 1d8.
What level are you going to cast it at?
Just first level.
Okay.
So 7 plus spellcasting modifier 10.
Okay, you're a life cleric as well.
Yeah.
So you get extra.
So is it plus 3 extra?
Yeah.
So 10, 13.
Excellent. How about
Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, so Noella, you're no longer unconscious. You're on 13 hit points, but you are prone on the floor.
But protected by, I've got a shield over.
Is that your go?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll stay there.
Just lay her down again. So.
Prone.
Lovely. Right, Maylor, you're up.
I'm going to cast second level Flaming Sphere at the blue one. That's a dexterity of 14 saving throw.
That is a pass.
Okay. So I think it's just didn't do anything. Oh, half as much on successful.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
was going to say.
Yeah, sorry.
It's got to be at least half.
I made a boo boo.
Hey, boo boo.
So that is 3d6. So and then do another one. So that was a 3, 2, 5, 6. So 3 points of damage.
3, 2, 5. You rolled 6 on 3d6.
Yeah,
That you didn't roll for stats.
that was a bad roll.
That was. So 3 points damage. Okay,
Yeah.
so you generate this flaming sphere. You conjure it in front of you and you move it towards the spiked devil, who by his nature is moving around constantly and wispy, so you're not surprised when the flaming sphere he almost absorbs around it, moves around it to avoid taking too much damage. did have a prone token, yeah. Okay, you'll go over Agatha.
Agatha will walk over to our little blue friend over here and take 2 attacks.
Yep.
With a battle axe. It's an 8 to hit. First attack.
How much?
8.
No, it's a miss.
And the second one is a 7 plus 6. So that's 13. Second
Missed.
hit. She doesn't do much.
So she swings down twice, but both times passing harmlessly through the mist-like flesh of the creature.
Yeah. And that's the end of her turn.
Okay, so my go. That one will take a swing at Agatha. Hitting 25.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I can't do anything to a
No.
thing.
Come on,
so-
Agatha.
Can you make me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Yeah. So that is a 19 plus 0, so that's 19.
19, that's enough. You take 10 points of damage from the chain,
Okay.
but manage to avoid getting it wrapped around any interesting body parts.
Okay, so
It,
10 and 20.
sorry?
10 and 20. 10 and 20 for the attacks.
No, I've only rolled one attack against you.
Oh, I thought you said 20 earlier.
No,
No, 10 damage.
10
He
damage.
hit you with a 20-something,
I hit
and then
Oh,
10
gotcha.
damage.
Yeah, sorry. It doesn't even hit anyway with an armor class of 21, so...
No, he rolled.
25.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay, fine.
Hence,
So,
hence the something after 20.
oh,
There's another bit basically.
alright.
I hit armor class 25 and I did 10 damage.
Excellent. I can't change
No,
her.
no, that's fine.
Oh,
That's
dear.
fine.
Sorry.
Oh my god, I feel like I'm.
They've gone back in time.
What the hell? Gonna roll dexterity saving throw. It's gonna roll 19. But just plus 0, so 19 makes it. Then he's gonna say.
Can we go back in time? To start this all over again?
Hold
Right.
on, we already did that.
It then pops out of existence and reappears in the doorway behind Maylor, where it takes an attack against you
No.
It's literally.
with a 1 and runs out of its goes, so it's stuck in that position.
There.
No, it's 10 feet range. So
Oh,
it's
it's got 10 feet range. Oh,
Yeah.
I see the
It's
change.
attacking with spike chain. Okay, so that's it. Go over, and it's the agent.
Just being a pain in the arse.
The agent.
I'm wearing my cloak of displacement.
You are wearing your cloak of displacement.
Dick Splashman.
I just want to get that in before I get attacked.
The old making sure.
Yeah,
No,
because
I know
I'm
what
not,
you're wearing,
not,
yeah.
Insurance
not gonna,
policy.
I don't think you can use it, but you know, just got to make sure it's there.
You'll wrap after Pete.
I hit Pete.
Right, I'm just going to move up, attack it,
Yep.
and then move away again.
Okay,
To
so you're
there.
going to move up and attack once, yeah?
Yeah, attack once. I miss.
Okay.
I move away again.
Okay, so you move towards it, you swipe with your sword that passes harmlessly through the extremities of its body, and then you disengage, hiding behind Maylor with intent. Lobo, you're up.
Intent. Right, I moved to within 15 feet of it.
Yeah.
She's roughly there. And then I'll attack it twice.
Okay, roll your 2 attacks, please.
And does a natural 20
Yes,
hit
a natural 20 definitely hits it, and if you'd like to roll your second attack for me now, please.
it? And an 18 plus 8.
And 18 plus 8 also hits, so roll your first
Right,
set of
this
damage with your
is
critical critical.
Gonna get complicated because I also have what's it called? Savage attacks, which means I get to roll an extra dice on top of the double dice.
Yeah, you're brutal critical. Well, whatever
Yeah,
it's called.
it's savage attacks.
Yeah.
Means when you score a critical hit, roll 1 extra dice.
Yeah.
So on the first attack, I roll this 3 times.
No, because we double the dice in this game.
Oh, yeah, okay. Right,
so
no
roll
worries.
it once and double it.
Right, so 4 plus 4 is 8. Then so that's doubled Yeah, so it was a
You
4.
You don't double the bonus. You double the.
No, that was just the dice.
Okay.
So I rolled a 4.
Yeah. Doubled
is 8.
Yeah.
I rolled one more dice
Correct.
for that first attack because I've got that special ability.
Yeah.
Which is an 8.
Yeah, so that's 16. Now add your strength bonus.
No, wait a minute. I thought I was rolling all the dice for both attacks first.
Well, we're just going to see if
right.
kill it first.
No, and then that's plus 7 on top of that.
So that's 23.
It's actually your rage bonus.
Yeah.
And then second attack is 4 plus 7.
Another 11, which is 34.
Yeah.
It is looking extremely damaged, but still standing.
It's like on 1 hit point, isn't it?
Yeah.
God damn, we should play the bleed out rule.
No.
Could I wild shape into a giant spider?
You can wild shape into a CR1 creature, yes.
Yeah, can I do that then?
Yep.
Alright.
I'm just glad that I've remembered to add the plus 2 on each time.
And what sort of wild
rage.
shape is that? That's my turn done.
If it's an action, I believe it's an action.
Yes,
is
it is an action.
So you can move.
Yeah, I might move like look that way, so there. I think.
Okay.
So where am I?
You're behind Dave.
Oh, of course.
Spider-Man.
So 5. Nope. That's me, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, you
10.
can get up. Don't forget you're prone.
Oh yeah, I'm prone. So
You
that
have
means
to get
half
up.
movement. Oh, we get movement as an action, isn't it?
No, movement is in its own right, but you lose half your movement. So you can lay on the floor, transform into a spider.
Yep.
You've still got to stand up, so you lose half the spider's movement, so you can
That's
move
fine.
15.
How fast does the spider move?
Sounds like some sort of riddle.
Moves.
How
Actually,
fast can a spider
African
move
spider
if a
or
spider can move?
Is it a European spider or an African spider?
30 foot.
Yeah.
30 foot.
So you've got
normal.
15 feet of movement you can take.
Do you know what? I might just stay where I am on second and fourth. Yeah. So I want to go further back. I can't do that. No, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, my go. So the yellow creature, is going to attack you, Dave.
Yellow creature.
Missing. He's then going to misty step away next to the other one.
Nope.
No.
Other way round.
Goes to blue.
He goes there.
Okay. And he's going to lash out once at Noella in your spider form. That is
Spider form.
21, which will hit a spider. Roll me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Spider form.
Oh, dexterity. Plus 3.
The world's
Oh,
worst
no.
safety product.
It's a natural one.
Natural one, right. Okay, so
It's a bit sticky.
you take 12 points of damage from the spike chain.
Okay.
Again, you feel your life energy being sucked up the chain.
Sucked up the
this
chain.
time, what the Spider
it's
Devil
a
does is
spider.
reach out with his arm and touches his comrade on the
Yeah.
shoulder. And you see the purplish energy draw out of Noella's spider-shaped
matter.
form and go across, bridging the arc between the two and into the injured Spike Devil. So you take 13, 19, another 23 points
So
of damage.
23 plus, what was the other one?
12.
That's 35.
How many hit points has Giant Spider got?
I think that's more. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Say hit dice.
What does that say, John?
What?
Hit points for a giant spider. I just see it in it going blind now.
So hit points for 26.
26. Yeah, my hit points are gone.
Okay, so the giant spider form pops out of existence,
Yep.
and the difference between damage, so difference between 35 and 26,
Yep.
so 9, comes off of your hit point
That's
total.
right, 13 minus 9. Okay, that was that.
And you see with that necrotic energy that comes up, channeling out of Noella through the Spike Devil and into his comrade, the one that was injured actually gains some health back, so some of his wounds start to close up. That's my go over. Maylord, you're up.
I would like to cast.
You've still got Flaming Sphere, haven't you?
Yes, I will bring down the flaming sphere, because that doesn't go with what I want to do.
Okay.
Doesn't fit the narrative.
I don't feel like it's necessary for flaming sphere. So the flame, I will bring down the flaming sphere, and I will cast shatter in that specific area
Yep.
in the
Try and hit
radius.
both.
It'd hit both at the
Yeah,
same
it's fine.
time.
Yep.
So the Constitution saving throw of 14 for both, please.
18 and 19 on the dice. So they
Okay.
both pass.
So there is only half
Now
damage.
he starts rolling the big numbers.
It's 3d8, isn't it?
Yeah, 3d8, half damage. So, roll that. So, oh my god. And then the last one, please. No. So that is a 3 and 2. So that was 5 points of damage
Three.
and 2
Ooh.
halved.
3 damage.
Mighty 3. That's twice you've done 3 damage.
I don't know what's going on. I'm going to put these in a bin somewhere.
Blender.
Okay, the shatter
dice,
creates an
but-
almighty boom that echoes around the vault chamber.
Burn them.
And doesn't appear to have done much damage.
Oh,
at all.
sorry, that was the third level. I need another another dice. Sorry, to add to that.
It's a bit-
Oh,
Another one.
Another 2.
That gets half to one.
Yeah.
That was So yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
it boomed 1 decibel higher. Kingsman.
I'm gonna try.
Hit the blue one. Hit the blue.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try. So it's I've got a 60-foot radius. So do the whole thing of like Josh did, put it behind him, so it just hits these two, and
Yeah.
not what
Okay.
we do.
Yep.
Toll of the dead.
Okay.
So hold clap and then go. Doing.
What level spell is that?
It's a cantrip.
It's a cantrip. Okay,
Yeah.
so I get a saving throw.
Yep. It's wisdom 14.
It's on one of them.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hit the blue one. I'm not sure if that one's been damaged, but if I hit the blue one, I know I do more damage.
I rolled an 8. What saving throw was it?
14.
A 14. I fail.
Wisdom.
So you take 1d12. It is necrotic damage, but
Nice. That's a D10 you've got there, isn't it? Yeah.
Thank you.
No worries.
11.
Yes!
Oh, plus. Do I get anything on the top of that?
Don't think so.
No.
No.
It doesn't matter.
11.
High five!
Okay, you, in your anger, cause this bell to
Oh,
sound.
yeah.
The shockwave hitting the intended target with waves of necrotic energy, some of which seem to be absorbed by his form, lessening the damage to a certain extent. He only takes half, and he's returned back to 1.
Someone trip him up, for God's sake.
Agatha.
We need bananas.
What will Agatha do? That's a good question.
It's probably you after Agatha. if I'm-
Probably.
Well, I'm on 1 hit point, so unless Agatha fails to hit me.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Well, I've only got 25 moving speed.
What do you get there? 20?
Oh,
Alright.
sorry.
Oh.
Oh.
If it's two dice.
It's 2 dice.
It's 2 dice. It's
Okay.
2d12s.
Yes, because you're above 5th level.
Yeah.
Yes.
You gonna allow that?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Come on, roll more than 1.
3. Yeah.
Okay, the shockwaves of necrotic energy caused by the
Bound off the
the,
wall.
the sound of the bell. They echo. off
I'm
the
thinking
wall.
reverberation.
Reverberation.
Yeah.
And cause it to
You just go there.
shudder uncontrollably until it poof in a cloud of black smoke. and
Yes.
disappears, leaving behind on the floor a
token.
piece of blue fibre and a sigil token.
Oh,
Yay.
interesting.
What did you call it?
A sigil token.
No, the creature.
Oh, sorry, it's a shadow dancer.
A shadow dance.
It's one of the several names you've given it through the course of the fight.
Yeah, it's
Spike
actually
devil.
called a shadow dancer, not a spike devil. Spike devil is something else.
Spoilers.
Oh.
He don't know. You're
Private and a token.
I'm your shadow dancer.
Private dancer.
Dancer for money.
Right, you've successfully taken down 1 shadow dancer. There is 1 remaining, and it is Agatha's go.
Agatha!
Moved into
Woo!
Agatha would like to strike with her battle axe.
Okay.
+1, because I have it.
You've equipped it now.
position. Yeah. Any smiting going on?
Is there a smiting possible?
Mighty
Yeah.
Yeah,
smiting.
you have at least one spell left.
Yeah, I think I'll
Is everyone looking okay for healing?
I'm just going to transform into another animal again.
Yeah, I think I've got about 1 or 2 smites left. So I'll try 2 smites with my battle axe. So it's a 17 plus 6 on my
It's
first
a
attack.
hit.
And a 10 plus 6 on the second.
Is
that including
is
the
it
plus
hit?
1?
No, because
17.
plus it's only strength. That's just hit to hit.
Yeah, but you get plus 1 because it's magical.
Do I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, so it would have been
One more.
one more of everything
hit
anyway.
anyway.
Okay, fine.
Still hits.
So I'm branding smiting. So that is obviously plus 1d8 plus 4. Sorry.
You're just smite, yeah? So you're going
Yes.
to burn off the spell level to add 2d8 to your damage.
Yes.
Or 3d8 if you burn off a second level spell.
Uh,
How many second levels you got left?
well, that's the thing because I've not been marking them down. I think I know how. I think
You've
I've
used 2 first level spells,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's take them off.
and you
I
cast
can't change.
cast Shield of Faith. So
Yes.
you've used 3 first level spells.
How many first level spells do you have?
3, I think.
Yeah, I've
Used
got
them
4
all.
slots.
4.
Yeah.
I'll take over
How many
the
second
one.
level spells do you get?
2.
2.
2. So you can
Do
use
it at
2
second level.
smites.
I would.
So you would get an additional 3d8 damage on top of the 1d8 you roll. So you roll
Okay.
4d8 and add 4 to it.
Okay.
48.
5.
That's a
That's
d10.
Yeah.
Let me start that again.
9.
2,
Oh, 2 again.
8, 10, 8,
Ooh.
18.
18. 18.
Oh! Another 8.
Yeah.
26 plus 4 is 30 damage on one strike.
Yes.
Then you hit with your second strike as well, so roll that damage.
Yeah.
Well done,
Agatha's
Agatha.
getting the big numbers.
So 3 plus 3. 4, sorry, 7.
Yeah. Are you going to use the second another
Yes.
another
I
second
would.
Yeah,
spell? Right, so,
okay.
right,
That's all
right,
your
so you got a
second
3,
1,
4,
2,
6,
and a 5.
11 plus 4 is 15.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's what
Okay, so
45 damage.
2 mighty blows, one mightier than the other.
It's often the way.
You bring the axe down, yelling out to the god that Agatha follows. That I'm not sure which one it is because I put it on the character sheet.
gone, vile
thing!
In the name of... It's
Smites the demon, doing the additional damage because it is of a demonic nature. Flashes of great white energy spread across its chest, almost diminishing its form with each strike as the light tends to cast the shadow away. It's looking pretty damaged. And it is the agent's turn.
The agent.
This time, I do stab it up big time.
I like confidence.
1.
Oh! Not 1.
Not 1. 22.
Is a hit.
Whey!
This time you get sneak attack damage.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. 13 damage.
13
Really
damage.
Very good.
You sink your sword deep into its side,
Deep.
dissipating most of the shadow. It is looking very, very injured.
Disengage.
Yeah.
Deep into its side.
Lobo.
I attack it. Why, within 15 feet already, it hasn't moved, has it?
No. Well, it moved into place
Yeah.
to try and help its bud.
Does a... No, that doesn't hit, I don't think. 15 hit?
15 hits.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, my second hit. 17 plus 8, that hits.
Yes, hits.
Deuce hits. So that is 4 plus 7.
Yeah, that's 11.
And 1 plus 7 is 8.
So that's 19 damage in total.
19 damage in total.
How do you want to do this?
Oh! Well, it's an incorporeal being, isn't it? So I can't rip its head off.
You can't rip its head off.
No. I somehow make the chain do a fan effect
Yeah.
in its body, which dissipates it.
Okay.
Like,
so you
like the cowboy, you know, the
lasso.
Yeah.
the lasso, yeah, lasso.
So you throw your chain forward and you begin whirling it faster and faster and faster, building up this cyclone of energy and air, and it rushes through its body, ripping it to pieces and throwing shadow in all and every direction until it's gone and there is silence and only darkness remains. Laying upon the floor is a dark, black, purplish metal chain.
Oh.
Everything else is gone.
No token?
And a token.
There's something else there, I think, Steve. Awesome.
Is there a kyber crystal?
No, there was one kyber crystal and one token, and one chain, 10-foot spiked chain, and and 2 tokens.
I think Lobo deserves that.
I'm going to go and pick up the chain.
So as you pick it up, you feel
Cursed.
Yeah.
you feel almost imbued with this sort of necrotic energy. You can feel this darkness, this hunger within it.
Ooh.
Like normal then.
Yeah.
For ale.
Oh, I want a drink.
So it's a spiked chain +1. It has 10-foot reach, and I'll give you a card with the rest of the abilities on it.
Do I think it can be modified to add my hook to it?
No.
No.
It's made of another plane of material. It's not actually metal. It's like
magical
solidified shadow,
Okay.
which is why it is able to sort of draw this necrotic
Oh yeah,
energy.
exactly.
Might do healing.
So I will write down what it does. There's positives and negatives to it.
Okay.
The negative
do that. 'cause
part-
I
the
won't
neg-
add it
no,
yet.
no. So the negative part of it is a special ability of these creatures. You can use it as well, but it might do you harm rather than.
Okay.
But we'll get into that another time. So, with the creature destroyed, you stood within the vault room. You now have 2 tokens in your possession, as well as 1 piece of blue kyber crystal and a chain. You have located the House Durasco chest. What do you wish to do?
I suggest that Kingsman takes one of the tokens and goes down and opens the chest. I'll come down with it. I'll take the other token and check for traps.
Well,
Should
there's
we
also
wait
Candle
at
Rock as
the-
well, so...
Yeah, but this is House Tarasco.
Oh, of course, yeah,
Should
sorry.
we wait at the entrance to the vault
I give
rather
the
than
letter-
inside it?
I give the letter to the other person who can read.
Really? Oh no, I can't.
Can I take the potion? Yeah. What was it, 2d6? I'll just roll my d6 twice.
Okay, so who's got the tokens? Who's going into
I think I should go down because I have the ability
Kingsman
to
and the
check the
agent.
thing. Yeah, I reckon Kingsman should come down because it's
Okay.
Yep.
uncanny. You've still got a charge letter.
Yep.
Right, so you climb down into
Yeah.
the pit. As you pass the sigils, you feel a warmth around your neck where the tokens exist, and nothing happens.
Okay.
I check the chest for traps.
Can we see them, Steve?
It's not trapped.
Steve, can we see them?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not like obscured or
No.
behind a wall
No,
or something.
it's a pit in the floor.
Yeah, okay. We just watch what's happening then.
Okay, so the
not
chest is not trapped. It's not locked either.
Oh, okay, so that's all right.
Okay.
In which case, since I said that it wasn't trapped, I open it.
Okay, so you flip the lid. Sitting inside is a familiar cylindrical metal object. However, this time, it didn't fall off the table. It doesn't appear to have activated. You're not flooded with robotic
that
spiders
mean-
that erupt from it. When you pick it up to inspect it, it appears to be filled with a thick greenish slime that looks almost inert. So a bit like the green slime that was in the spiders when they activated, but at the moment it doesn't appear to be armed, would be the best description.
Put it in the bag of holding.
Yep.
Keep it safe from being jarred or jolted or dropped.
If it explodes inside the bag of holding,
Then we're
what
all screwed.
happens?
Extra dimensional.
Okay, so if you want to make note of it, you have a unarmed spider bomb.
Spider what?
Spider bomb.
Spider bomb.
Spider. Spider pen.
Does whatever a spider bomb.
I heard he said
does.
spider bum first.
Yeah. Is that like a homeless Peter Parker?
And how much money can we get into the bag of holding?
I think it would take 10,000 coins.
I think 10,000 coins is in this room,
Struggling.
isn't it?
Is there anything else? Is there anything out and about? Is there gems? I mean, just diamond
Okay,
trays.
so be aware of the clock.
Yeah, we've got
Yep.
10 minutes.
You've got 10 minutes. So you can rage search for 10 minutes.
Yep.
Okay.
Literally anything shiny.
No, just scoop a bunch of fucking gold in it or something.
Okay. So
Don't forget we got those jewels from the box.
in that 10 minutes, you can scoop up 2,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
There is not much else of interest because most of the stuff here, as I said, is trade goods.
Yeah.
Too big to go in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
So the coins is the most bang for your buck. So
Okay.
in that 10 minutes or in the same 5 minutes, you scoop up 2,000 gold pieces. That leaves you 5 minutes to escape
out.
before the day shift.
I shut the chest.
Yeah.
And we leg it.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you do when you get outside the vault?
I spin the dials.
Okay.
Does it shut?
Yes, it does. So you spin the dials.
Reset everything.
The doors close and you hear them lock. As you run as expeditiously as possible up to the top deck of the vessel, you run down the gangplank, you leave the dock area. What do you want to do with the gate?
It was locked.
Yeah, we didn't break it, did we?
Can I try
Luckily.
and lock it again?
So just relock it.
Yeah.
So you
it's
can use
not-
your device to lock as well as unlock.
Okay.
Okay, so you channel your last divinity of the day,
Yeah.
activating the device once more, and the gate locked. Everything now appears exactly as it was when you arrived. You have successfully stopped the sabotage device being installed in the Storms Herald. However, that doesn't mean you've stopped the attack. You have evidence that the attack is going to happen at noon on the second day of the south. That's 3 days from now. So the vessel doesn't sail tomorrow. The vessel sails the morning of the day or lunchtime of the day after.
That explains why all the half-elves weren't really hung over when we went on.
Correct.
Yeah, it's 2 days' time. Isn't it?
Yeah, 'cause they've got an extra day to recover.
So you know that today, because it is now 7 a.m. in the morning, today is the day that you first went to the Rovers' Lament. You first encountered Damien Iwainen, and you fought in the fighting pit against the Orc champion. So you're now in the beginning of your day two. The agent, at least, is particularly interested in finding Merrick's, and you know that from Tarya that Merrick's has been handed over to Damien. You know Damien from your previous experience will be at the Rovers' Lament this evening. So you have a day to plan, you have a day to
Rest.
do whatever you wish to do, and then a second date with Damien at the Rovers' Lament this evening. And we'll finish tonight's session there.
Yeah.
What happens if I say the phrase now? Does the golem appear?
I'm just disappointed that it didn't come out on Wicked is Afraid. But never mind.
Did we do a heist? Did we finally do a
You
heist?
finally did a heist. And it
Pretty
worked.
much.
Yeah.
Do you do it all the
We
time
didn't
as
just-
well?
So, before next session, we get a long rest. Do we go up a level?
You don't go up a level yet.
Took up half a level.
You are 7/8 of the way towards going up.
Level are we? Oh,
I will not be at next session. I am.
But who's going to put people to sleep and nick their clothes?
Well, it might have to be Lauren. It have to be
Have I got to sleep?
two magic casters. You don't have.
Well, if you
spells.
could play Josh's character, you could put in.
Oh yeah, I'll play Josh's.
I don't have sleep anymore.
You could always spec it out.
Yeah, that's
put
true.
it back in.
So I will be on stage
Well, good luck.
at the Arch.
Break a leg, I believe, is the traditional well-wishing, isn't it?
Indeed, yeah. Because you don't say.
Break 2 legs, Josh.
Thanks.
Why don't you tell
Sounds a bit more violent.
anyone that's going to watch this about what you're doing?
I'm on stage at the Archway Theatre in Hawley from the 16th to the 27th of July. Get your tickets now.
Not doing anything, just standing.
Yeah,
on
just
stage
standing on
all the
stage.
time.
Tickets are on sale.
Come and see Josh.
What's the name of that?
It's called Under the Stars.
Your mini box.
Cool. Thank you, Dave. That was really nice.
Ring, ring, ring. Banana phone. I got this phone.
Right, so Do we need to say anything? Let's say something, Dave.
Well then.
That brings
Did you
us-
enjoy that? I hope you enjoyed that. You can find out all of these things on YouTube. We've got some alarms going up, I don't know why.
Our
And
time is
Is
up.
that
Our
time?
time
Oh,
is
its
up.
time is up, yeah.
Finish early, so it's fine.
Awesome.
And you can now sub. So if you want to help and support us, please do. You can sub to us on Twitch, and we'd love to make this even bigger and better than we can. And if you're watching this live, we'll be back on Sunday live with a D&D day. And if you're not watching this live, you can go to YouTube and you'll be able to see the latest episode of the Griffin Talks in Storm King's Thunder.
Do you want this backstage? I'll keep it.
Thanks. Anyone who's watching.
Anything else? Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you on the flip side.